100% when he got here today.
Yeah.
So
Eardrum out.
I finally found it the next day, and it was buried quite deep in the volume of this particular device. You had to go to sound settings, look at all the actual devices. Different to Discord, Roll20,
Yep,
PC.
I found that's happened a lot.
Where
you literally
really
got to
weird.
go in and change each individual thing because it hasn't picked up what you set as default.
Yeah,
It's
so
just like,
frustrating.
why?
Yeah,
Why?
yeah. All right, but we are cooking today, so it seems like it's all right. Looking at the little sound business, clickety click. Yeah, 1, 2. Oh, we're in the red. We hit the red.
Yeah, you sound very clear now.
Yeah, okay. That's good. And I know, Gunga, you weren't here last week, and I think a lead was.
No.
So I've got a bit.
No, lead wasn't either.
No, I forget now. Was it just 3? Oh, we had Chris. We had Noida
Yeah.
here last week. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Right, so with a lead and Noida both off crook, I'm a little bit wonky, but champing at the bit. For everyone here, just a bit of a recap of where you are. You're in, I don't know even how you pronounce Earth, Greyhawk. We'll call it Greyhawk. That's a lot easier. And which is the home plane of Vecna, where he originally, rose to fame as a wizard and archmage and so on. But all of that aside, apparently there is the eye of Vecna is somewhere in this tomb that you've been grinding your way through. Tomb of puzzles, almost taunting you to continue further. And it seems as if, from what you gather, this is more of a trap to try and pan for gold. Acererak is looking for the most heartiest of souls to devour, and you guys are just marching your way in there, as you do, striding your way through. There's been a bit of challenges with you being teleported and party split up, but you've managed to meet up again. And you've just got I think you've found your way deeper into the tomb, where the nature of the rocks and things prevents planar travel, teleportation, anything to do with extra planar, even like blink. I forget what else. Anything that you can think of where you'd have to go to another plane or translocate in some way. So you think you've passed the worst of it as far as this bamfing around the place. And you've just crossed this bridge that was a challenge with a puzzle to do with the schools of magic, and found which of the schools of magic to get through. And there is a doorway to the north leading into what looks like an empty room. I think that's where we are right now. Gungo, you are a little injured from the battle the last time when you fought with the demons and so on. I don't think there has been a long rest at any stage yet. Felwyn and Lyndon still looking pretty healthy. There may have been a short rest. I can't remember now. There might have been an opportunity to spend some hit dice if you wanted to do that, Gungo. Just to pick up from here.
Oh, you think there has been? Okay, yeah, definitely would have done a short rest.
Yeah,
then.
So we've had a short rest since, but have had no chance for a long rest and so on. But so if you wanted to do any hit dice for a short rest, you can before we kick off. Yep.
And I decided I will just use my regular heart plate, because with the other one, I'm going to lose all my artificer armor abilities, because it won't be the armor. I can't add my defensive field. I can't do my temporary hit points. I can't use any of my actual armor.
I had a look at both the versions. I couldn't see anywhere where it says you can't do that with magical armor. It just says armor you are wearing can be turned into arcane.
Usually you just can't. Yeah, it's usually magical armor can't be touched. You have to use regular armor for everything.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. Happy to be happy to be corrected. I looked at arcane armor in the Artificer, both the new 2025 Player's Handbook. What's it called? Unearthed Arcana. But even in the old one, I couldn't see.
Definitely the old one you couldn't. I know that for sure.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm happy for you to stick with what you've got.
I don't know where it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just maybe remove the gauntlets or something along those lines and just use those.
Yeah, you could if you want to just assume you're wearing your old armor and you've got the mega fists. That's cool as well. So you've got a different gauntlet on to punch with, but even that, that's fine. But we can cross that. We can have a look either when we go to the break or between sessions. So, Lyndon, Felwyn and Gungo, Alid and Noida. I think there was 2 people on watch last week, and we'll just assume that Gungo was relieved Noida at this point. And there is a doorway to the north, which seems to open out into a empty room. What do you want to do?
Okay.
You can see from some glowing green light and those crystals on the walls.
I've been starting to distrust doors a bit, but I suppose we should give it a go.
Yep. Okay.
Now, got the slippers on. Okay. Yeah, Gungo, I'll walk in there with Lyndon.
Okay. All right. Lyndon steps in, and Gungo, from where you're seeing, he looks like he's sort of floundering and flopping about on the ground, falls over.
Oh, you're right there?
He doesn't call
I'm
back.
a little tired.
He doesn't call back to you. And he's wide-eyed and looking all around and looking down at his feet. There's something that he sees beneath him.
Do I have any idea what's going on, or is this just a perfectly normal room to me?
No, you fit. Actually, let's move you to the. We'll have to do a bit of bouncing back and forth in the cone of silence.
Oh dear.
Okay, so I'm going to shift you, and I'll be with you in just a sec. Okay, Lyndon, you've been teleported into deep water. You are underwater. You can see above. There might be a little bit of a glimmer of sunlight above, like a glow that somewhere above is the top of the ocean. You might be a fair way down. I don't know if you've been deep underwater, so much so that it's getting dark. And you can see a large aquatic fish, shark, swimming behemoth lurking beneath you, and it seems to sort of. It was swimming directly underneath you, and then it kicks off to the side and sort of turns back in your direction. But it's directly underneath.
I can't see the doorway anywhere.
No, you've been teleported into an ocean.
All right. Oh, goody. All right, then.
If you give me a bit of an idea of what you plan to do over the next couple of rounds, it looks like...
Hope somebody joins me and swim to the surface.
Okay, so start swimming up. All right. Okay, I'll switch back. I'll switch back to the others.
The regular Thunder Gauntlets at higher levels, which was the same.
We are back with you.
Yeah. Okay.
Welcome back.
Yeah. So Lyndon looks down at the ground, and he's staring at the like face down, like with his nose in the ground. And then he starts to just flap away with his arms at the ceiling.
But he's on the ground still.
Yeah, it's really. Let's see. Yeah, to you, it looks like he's swimming.
Right.
Like when people do surfing lessons and they do it on the beach.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, hey,
Lyndon, you okay? Can you hear us?
he doesn't react to you.
And it was noticeable that this happened as he walked into the room, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Gungo is going to get out his rope of entanglement
Okay.
and he's going to zap it at Lyndon, try and
All right.
grab him and pull him
So
back.
what I'll do is I'll get everyone to put themselves into turn order.
Oh, initiative. Hang on. Bum, bum, bum. This is what I need advantage on.
Okay. We have a... So is everyone in there? I can see Gungo. I can see Felwyn. Lyndon, put yourself in there too if you're not already. Or are you good?
Be there. Where's that shit?
Okay, so I've got Gungo at 19. Felwyn 17. Lyndon not at all yet.
Should be 24. This is just broken itself. Hold on.
What? Okay.
The crazy dex that man's got.
Yeah. Okay, add turn. I'll just do it manually. 24.
He's on break.
And we're on a 18. All right. Right. So, Lyndon, I know what you've already given me your Whoop. Is that right? Sorry. Descending. There we go. So, Lyndon. So you start flailing away. Exactly what Gungo, what you see Lyndon doing, and he does that for continuously. Let's see. What's your armor class, Lyndon?
20.
Okay. It looks like Gungo, from Lyndon, you feel a searing pain in your leg as there's this tearing doing 32 damage. Gungo, you see Lyndon sort of reach down to his leg and hold it as if, oh my God, he's in, and it's locked stiff. Rather, he was kicking before, doing his fake, surfing practice, and one leg just goes stiff as mate.
Okay.
And then the door opens, Gungo, and a emaciated skeletal person in robes comes around the corner, just walking, and does this terrible howl. Let's see, 10, 20, 30. Yep, so, and Lyndon, you hear this as well, echoing through into your ears. Both you and Gungo need to do wisdom saving throws. Ooh, we've got a 5 from Gungo.
5, yeah. I'm pretty sure. I think in that first battle, I might have used my ability, my Mage Slayer thing. So I don't think I've got that left.
Okay.
Pretty sure I used that.
All right. So Lyndon, you're okay, but Gungo, you're Felwyn. You see Gungo stiffen. His hand goes up to his mouth as if, oh my God, and then he just drops to the ground. and then the creature steps back through the doorway.
Sorry, Anthony. I do apologise.
Yeah.
Can I use my guarded mind? Because I would have got it back if we had a short rest.
Yeah, sure. What does that do?
It just means I get to pass that save.
Oh, automatically?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can do that once per short
Yay!
rest.
Okay, and what is it?
So it's
Guarded
the
mind.
guarded
mage
mind
say,
part of that.
Yep. Okay. If you fail intelligence or wisdom or charisma, you can cause yourself to succeed. Once you use it, you can't use it. Okay, cool. So you can. So the blood-curdling lament goes off, and you are fine. I won't drop you, but let's call it you swoon momentarily, and then stick to your feet. Okay. In that case, we move to you, Gungo. What do you want to do?
And so the figure's disappeared now?
Yeah, gone around the corner. Yep.
Okay. Can he reach Lyndon from where he is?
You can, but not without going into the room.
Into the room, okay.
Yeah.
All right, he'll get his rope out and he'll say, "Hold still, Lyndon," and he'll try and grab him with the rope.
Okay.
So I think
right. Saving throw for Lyndon if he
Yeah, I
doesn't want it.
I will accept it.
Well, you don't know it's coming. Something's grabbing
Yeah, I
onto your
don't know.
ankle. Something's grabbing.
I don't
Something
like
else is grabbing onto your other ankle, Lyndon.
Dexterity saving throw, take it.
did it.
Okay.
Unless you're restrained or something, you might not be able to do it. I don't know.
Yeah. No, he's okay. He just.
I do have a 26 passive perception, so would I know? Is the question.
Well, it's not really perception.
And a 26 passive insight.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. There's not really an intuition. Let's call it insight. Give us an insight roll for us. Okay.
Cool.
All right. So you recognise this as Gungo's rope, like something you initially think it's a shark, or maybe like tangleweed or something. But looking down, you actually spot that it's a rope, and that's weird that there would be a rope where you have been teleported to, and you recognise it as Gungo's. So if we want to choose to fail the save, you can.
Yeah, I'll fail the save. I'll grab on for dear life.
Okay.
Okay. Well, the rope will wrap around him, then Gungo will go, "Got one," and we'll just pull it back.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you hold back, and Lyndon, you get hold back into the place where you were teleported from, and you start coughing and spluttering and spitting out all this seawater. Felwyn, Gungo, no water is coming out of his mouth.
Okay. Gungo will just drag him over here or out there. Okay. Oh, wow, I can move Lyndon. I didn't mean to do that.
That's right.
And say to Felwyn, I saw the guy. He came out of the door there.
What guy?
Up to the north. Some undead guy.
Oh, not another one of those.
I think he did it to Lyndon.
I don't know what you saw, but I ended up in the freaking ocean.
And I'm going to just, at that,
Don't
peek through the
hit my
door
leg.
really quickly. I'm like standing
Don't
back
go through the
in
door.
Yeah.
ocean.
Okay.
I
Now you might
don't
not.
see an ocean.
Okay, you can go and have a look. You can't see an ocean, see an empty room. But now that you're coming back to your faculties, Lyndon, I want you to do a charisma saving throw for me.
Massive 8.
Is that as good as it gets? Okay. So.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so he spits out of what looks like fake water. He does swoon again, Gungo, like something similar to what you thought you had just felt, although it's different. It's not from the sound. And he sort of drops to the ground. And Lyndon, you've taken 23 points of psychic damage. from the experience somehow. But you so and you're unconscious. So for the other two, Gungo's Lyndon is now unconscious.
And looking very
unconscious.
Yep. So imagine someone who's been shipwrecked and they swim to shore and they're almost half drowned. They can manage to just get to shore and crawl on, and then they pass out. If something, I think you did this when you were a level 1 Gungo once upon a time, way back.
Yes. Way back on the first day.
Yeah, first day.
I think it was like first session.
The first session when you Gungo and Felwyn met. Yeah.
Okay. We'll just drag him over and prop him up against the wall.
Okay.
And say, Felwyn, do you know what's wrong?
He looks like you were when you were swimming to way back when.
Yep.
He hasn't lost all his hit points, right? He's just unconscious.
Yeah, he's bleeding from the ears, but as you're examining him, he sort of coughs and splutters and opens his eyes, and Lyndon, you regain consciousness.
I'm gonna give him a cure wounds because he's looking a little rough. Because it's gonna be like, he's hopefully. Oh, that's when I want battle medic, but
yeah.
Okay.
9 at least.
So you get 9.
I'm no healer.
Yeah, I can get. And I will.
So what happened when you walked in that room? You just started.
It felt like I fell into the ocean and something bit me leg.
Wow.
I mean, I felt very weird to me.
Did you see the guy come through the door?
What guy? No, I was just underwater. Couldn't find a way out.
I've just switched my camera back on too. I realised when you go from the cone of silence, it automatically switches your camera off because it's a different channel. You come back and it's not working, not on. For what it's worth.
Oh my.
Okay, so Lyndon recounts that he was somehow teleported into a deep underwater, and an enormous shark was grabbed onto his leg.
No idea how that room works, but it just teleported me into the ocean as far as I could tell.
He's
going to inspect his leg and try to bandage it.
Okay. Can you do a... let's have a look. I'll give you a wisdom saving throw, Lyndon, please. Oh, 29. Okay. So you think that a shark has bitten your leg and there's lacerations and so on. But it's psychological. There are no cuts on your leg. Initially you could see cuts and you were staunching the bleeding and da-da-da. Eventually you realised that it's all in your head.
Okay, so I wasn't in the water. It's actually worse. There's some kind of psychic trap or mage in that room. I don't really understand it myself. But if we're going to go in there, be very, very careful.
I'm going to send my little Spidey in there.
Yeah, who's this thing next to us?
It's my little clockwork spider. I made a little clockwork spider just to run on tiles to see when it would explode. Right?
Okay.
It's just got 1 HP. It's like it is not a battle thing, but we can send that in running in there and see if anything happens to him.
Okay.
Yeah, Lyndon's going to start inspecting the door and everything around it as well.
Okay. All right, so Phil, when you do a cure
Also-
and you send your spider in, so the
We'll
spider
get the
goes.
lantern of revealing as well.
Sorry, what's that?
Get the lantern of revealing out and shine it in there too while
All
the
right.
spider
We're
walks
still going round by round, so I'll go
Okay,
finish
sure.
Felwyn. She sends a spider in, and the spider starts flailing and thrashing around on the ground.
I do have see invisibility on soon too, because I think I cast that last time.
Yeah, and
Last
to
session.
you it just looks like an empty room, even with your
Okay, so there's nothing-
see invisibility. Linton, did you say you wanted to search for do an
I'm gonna
investigation on the
inspect-
area?
Yeah, inspect the door and everything around it without actually going into the room.
Yeah, okay. Can you do an investigation for me, or a perception if that's what you're just.
I've already rolled it, but
Yeah, okay.
perception would have been better.
Okay,
But
okay.
19 doesn't matter.
Well, investigation's looking for it's a different thing anyway. So
Yeah.
no sign of any water, no sign of any drips that would have been that you would have brought back in if you were teleported to an ocean and back again, and your clothing is not wet either. You realise.
Sneaky buggers.
Let's see. Yep. So you, from your investigation, you think that this is something that is all in the head, as opposed to a physical teleport or a physical,
There's some kind of psychological trap or wizard in that room, and I very much don't like it.
Question is, how do we get past it?
Does the door look like it's trapped?
There's no door here. There was a doorway. But
Mm.
while you're doing that
Yeah.
investigation, Felwyn, you see a skeletal, the same skeletal figure that Gungo described, and it gestures at you and does a. Let's have a look. Yes. All right, and you hear this, and let's see. Yep, and it actually comes down the passage a little to here, and does this other horrible, blood-curdling scream. Gungo and Lyndon, you hear this as well, and need to roll wisdom saving throws.
Wisdom 7. How wise am I today? Not great, but I'm going to use Flash of Genius on this
Okay.
too. I know
16.
for sure.
16's a fail.
So that's 12 plus 5 is
17.
17. 17 for me.
17's a fail. Oh my god. The blood-curdling lament. So you'll have the frightened condition. So is anyone actually...
I have advantage to avoid
yeah,
the frightened.
Yep. So roll the second time there, Lyndon.
25.
Okay, so you're okay, but Gungo and Felwyn both drop unconscious.
Oh, okay. That's
fear,
worse than frightened.
in fear. Yeah, you've been scared and you've just actually blacked out like someone who sees blood or, narcolepsy you've got. And you pass out, and then let's see. You see, Lyndon, you're still conscious. You see this crackling of energy come from Felwyn, and and seems to sort of be sucked out of her head. Felwyn, can you roll your charisma saving throw at disadvantage?
7. I'm going to fail whatever it is.
Oh my god, okay. That will do 23 damage psychic.
As soon as I see that happen,
Okay. Hang on. Let's
where
I'll just hang on. I'll just finish the visitor's turn. Then I'll move to. Then it'll be Gungo. Let's see. I'm just going to check yourself here. Your unconscious state at the end of each of its turns. So you can have a saving throw again, Gungo, versus your blood curdling lament.
I think I get 20 for this. Yeah, that
Oh
one.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Felwyn, have a crack.
Wisdom?
Yes, please.
Yeah, no, 15.
Oh, okay. So you're still out of it. Lyndon.
as soon as I saw that energy and heard movement in that room, can I just flip round the corner and cast Conjure Barrage into that room?
Okay. So you look around the corner. You can't see any creature to target, but you can target a space if it's an area effect spell or.
Yeah, so it's a 60-foot cone. So basically, anything in that room needs to make a DC 18 dexterity saving throw.
Okay, and can you do how much damage does that do?
32 force damage.
Okay, so 32 force damage goes poof. You just like can absolutely clear the room.
A little clockwork spider just explodes into a puff.
Yeah. Oh no.
It was a spider all along.
Okay.
It was a spider.
And anything else you want to do, Gungo? Lyndon.
I'll give Felwyn a quick soft kick and see if she wakes up.
Okay, let's have a look.
Knock on the helmet. Ding, 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 ding.
No, she doesn't. She's completely backed out. It's like someone who's been knocked out from a boxing, bout.
Would I know what the condition is?
Unconscious. She looks unconscious to you. That's just even with passive medicine. That's okay without spend an action to try and you can spend an action to diagnose it and get something more spot on. But
yeah, I might just move out of the doorway. I'll move out of the doorway and sort of try and diagnose what's actually wrong with these two.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, but the action this turn was the barrage.
Yep.
Okay. Felwyn, you're going to have to do another charisma saving throw.
Me?
Yes, please. As more of your soul got sucked out.
I'm trying not to. I'll fail.
Yeah. This one's going to do 17 psychic damage. Gungo, you get a saving throw. Do it. Oy.
Oh.
Okay. Felwyn, you get a saving throw.
Again?
Yes.
Wisdom this time?
Yeah, these are wisdom saves to.
Okay. Because we're going back and forth between the two, so I want to make. No.
Yep. The soul siphon there's the charisma, but just that fear that sort of caused you to pass out is the other one. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm not even going to think I can add Flash of Genius when I'm unconscious because I wouldn't be thinking.
Yeah, okay. Lyndon?
Yeah.
Can I bonus action cast a spell and then action try to figure out what's wrong with these people?
Yes. Yep. What's the spell? Healing Spirit. Okay.
Healing Spirit. So don't roll again. That was 5. Stop it. Give me that top bloody. There we go. That's not it. What is going on with this thing?
Okay. Healing Spirit appears. Little bunny.
Yep, little bunny rabbit. So is it when it
Okay.
moves into the spirit space or on first time on its turn? So yeah, there's just a little rabbit just sitting there,
Okay.
and it's going to cover Gungo, myself, and Felwyn.
cool place on that.
And then as the
did a 5-foot cube, so it can only sit on one of you because you're all in different spaces.
oh yeah,
So you could sit it on Felwyn's chest, for example, and then
yeah, it can just sit on Felwyn's chest.
okay, all right. So there's a little ghostly bunny sitting on Felwyn's chest, just sort of lapping up the blood that's running out of her ears, and that can do healing now, I think. Yep.
Yep. So that would have been 5 healing. It's not much, but
It's better than nothing.
Yep. And then do your you can do I don't mind Arcana, investigation, perception you can do, but then it's just about noticing something like seeing, hearing, whatever.
let's try investigation. Halfling 1, natural 2, so 9.
Okay, all right, and that's natural 2. That's worse, isn't it, than a natural 1?
Yep.
Yeah.
If it was a 1, I could have re-rolled it.
Yeah. What's the one where it counts as a 10 regardless, or is that a rogue thing?
That's the rogue
Reliable talent.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, reliable talent.
Yeah. Okay. All right. It feels like
if only
it feels like you're a bit of a rogue, but half the party feels like they're a bit of a rogue, but no. Okay, so you are really, completely unsure as to what the hell's going on here. At first you were drowning, and then your party's all passing out around you, and then you can see Felwyn's, energy being sucked out through her ears, towards the north. Anything else you want to do? Any movement there, Lyndon?
No, I'm just going to keep hiding.
Okay.
If he wants me.
Okay. Felwyn, another soul cycle comes towards you, and you can feel the pull from beyond the veil. You need to do a charisma saving throw.
And because you started your turn there, it will heal you again.
Oh yes.
It's probably not
There's
enough.
not much else I can do.
Disadvantage for that charisma saving throw too.
Oh, let me do
So you heal another 5 hit points. Not going to do much.
Okay.
Yeah, so 13.
All right, it's going to do 22 damage. Go.
Please roll better.
Lyndon, you see the energy, the attack that came from Felwyn just then, came from in that room somewhere. I'll draw the line of energy if you like. That's probably this sort of something like that. Gives you an idea of the direction of where the attack's coming from. Okay, sorry, that was Gungo, was it? Wisdom save? No go, unfortunately. Felwyn.
Wisdom save.
Yes.
Nope.
And the healing goes off for you too, I believe. And then Lyndon, It's your turn. So do the healing, Lyndon, and tell Felwyn how much she gets, and then...
It was 5.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
Well, not being able to do much here, Lyndon's going to get aggressive. He's going to turn invisible and then sneak around the corner.
Okay.
Can he see anything yet?
Okay, put your ninja mask on. You turn around the corner. You cannot see anything. It's an empty room. Is Nature Veil a bonus action?
Yes.
All right. So do you want to do an action or ready an action?
Actually, it sounds like it's weird. It sounds like it's free action. It just says you can give yourself the invisible condition. Does it actually say bonus action or
bonus action?
Which is weird. I would imagine it's a bonus action.
Yeah, it is. It says as a bonus action, you can give yourself the condition.
Yeah.
So you give yourself the
Oh, yeah,
condition.
there we go.
Yep.
And
Right.
then I'm going to move up
Yep.
and see if I can see anything.
Okay. You move into the room and get teleported to the ocean.
Again.
Yes.
Before you can see me.
Now, this is a little bit different now because you've been in here before, and you know that it's in the mind. So, let's have a look.
Heal
You
myself.
can do a. All right. So you move into the room, and as soon as you move into the room here, you get teleported to the ocean, but you can see through this illusion. You know it's illusory, but you feel like you're in water. But you can sort of see in the murkiness of the water because it's still there's an illusory thing in the way, like looking at a movie or a hologram. There's an illusory shark, which is not going to do you any damage now because you know that it's not actually there, but you can still see it. And you can see the shape of the walls and so on, but but it feels like you're in water, and it's sort of slowing you down. So you can still move into the room if you want, and you can still walk, but it's just at half speed unless you've got a swimming speed.
Yes, as a ranger, my swimming and climbing speed is the same as my movement speed.
Okay, all right. So you can move freely, but just because you're a ranger and you can easily move through. You're still underwater though, for the purposes of. Actually, no. You can breathe it now. Even though it feels like water that you're breathing, you just put it out of your mind, and it's not. You can breathe it. It feels weird. It's as if you can breathe water while you're in here, even though it feels like water. You can actually breathe it. So wherever you want to go, you can put yourself. You've only moved 5 feet so far.
This is very confusing. Can I see our friend around the corner?
Oh, okay. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 35 feet. And yes, you can. You can see what looks like a wizard skeleton in robes. Just around the corner, getting ready to do some other action that he was just going to keep on doing.
I don't like this at all. I lost my bonus action, but I'm still invisible, so I'm just going to take 2 shots at him and see what happens.
Okay.
27 to hit.
27 hits. I'm going on mute because I've got this cold, so every time I blow my nose, you'll see me go on mute from time to time.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. All right, you hit with the arrow.
Yep, 16 damage.
Can you see a health bar there?
Possibly. Shoot him again. 30 to hit.
Now you can see a health bar. Okay. What's the hit roll for the second one?
30.
Okay, that hits. And how much damage?
And 12 damage.
Okay.
And so I am invisible until the start of my next turn. And that was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 feet of movement. So I'll just take 1 step back.
Oh, okay. Let's see. So you can't see him anymore from the sounds of it? No.
No.
Damn it, which means he can't see you. Okay.
Well, I'm invisible still anyway.
Yeah.
Theoretically.
But as soon as you attack from the invisible condition, don't you become...
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. So, the visitor, the one who knocks, steps around the corner. He doesn't do a blood, and he steps into the room, and he attacks you with a claw.
Disadvantage.
Oh, nice one. Okay. He's going to hit arm class 19.
Miss.
Oh, nice one. He attacks with another claw.
And I will teleport back to here.
Oh, okay. Is that from the first one that missed?
Yes.
Okay, so 1, 2. I'll see if it can follow you enough. 20, 30. Yeah, you can. You can just get to here, and for his second attack, that's going to hit arm class 26.
Yep, that'll hit.
And it's going to do Death Rend.
And this is where I die.
27
Mm.
necrotic damage.
Yep.
I am resistant to necrotic damage,
Oh.
I believe. I think I'm still wearing that ring.
Yeah, very good.
Yes.
Nice.
So that's half of 27.
Okay. And he does a bonus action at you, this time instead of Felwyn to you, and does Soul Siphon, trying to suck your soul out. When he does it, he opens his mouth really wide, and you can see there's all gems in his teeth. And this sort of sucks, he's trying to suck your soul, it feels, into his teeth. Can you do a charisma saving throw? Oh, and did you give that guy disadvantage? Is that what I saw, shadowy dodge or something for that 26?
Oh, that was just for the melee attack.
Yeah,
Just the first single melee attack, not the second one.
Okay, all right. Uh-oh, so the charisma saving throw is failed, and you take 24 damage. All right, how many rounds has been? 1, 2, 3. Okay, Gungo, you come to your faculties. What do you want to do?
What, at the start of the round or
Sorry?
at the start of the round? Or
Yes.
okay. Felwyn's still lying there unconscious
She's
though.
unconscious. She's unconscious, yep.
Okay, so he steps to there. Can he see the guy there?
You can, and
Lyndon?
And Lyndon looks like he's sort of moving through water, as if the effect is still there, but he's also moving freely, and he's got his bow and arrow out, and is engaged in a weird gunfight, melee fight with this.
Okay.
He looks like absolute rubbish too. He's a mess.
Yeah. Last legs.
Okay. I have to hope Felwyn's going to be okay then, I guess. So Gungo will rage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, he won't. He'll move in.
Okay. And you find yourself teleported to the ocean. You can see this guy and Lyndon fighting in the ocean. There's a shark beneath you. I'll give you a saving throw for that.
So Gungo can swim and he can breathe underwater.
Yeah, so it's just whether you can also see the floor and so on. So you can swim over anyway, but let's see. I'll give you a investigation check.
Investigation.
Yeah.
18.
Oh, no problem. Okay, so you can tell that this is just all smoke and mirrors, an illusion, although albeit a powerful one with tactile smell and even water. But and it still gets in your way a little bit, but you can swim. I think swimming is half speed.
Well, no, Gungo's got a swim speed.
Oh, okay.
Unless it's magic.
No, that's fine.
Yep. So he will move to here, then he will rage.
Okay.
So that guy will need to make a DC 17 Dex save.
Okay.
Um,
Which he passes.
So he'll take half that lightning damage then, 1 lightning damage.
Okay.
Then he'll move in and he'll try to attack with temerity.
Okay.
Yep. He's got Lyndon there. Lyndon's still active at the moment, isn't he?
He is. He's up, although he's very badly injured.
22.
22 hits.
Okay, so that's 19, 20, 31 damage.
Wow. All right. So you've seen mage armor before. It looks like he's got some sort of force thing going on, like mage armor, but it's pretty hard to get through. But you did.
Okay. Now, I don't know if he happens to be concentrating on any spells, but because Gungo's a mage slayer, if he has to make any concentration checks, he's at disadvantage.
Okay. All right. When
Yep.
he has to do those con checks for your attacks.
Yes, yep.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, and so he'll just do his second attack.
Okay.
25.
Ouch. That hits.
Why did that do it differently? So that'll be 12 damage.
Okay.
And then Gungo will just move to there.
Okay. Let's see. He's going to gesture at you and cast a spell of some sort. I don't think anyone can counter or anything, so it's just the spell just goes off, and you would need to, Gungo, you will need to do a wisdom saving throw.
5.
Oh! Okay. Lyndon, you see this. Gungo just freezes in place like a hold person type thing.
This isn't going well.
Double.
But at least Gungo's there, and this guy's now got a bit of damage to him. Oh, that's weird, Felwyn. I can't. Oh, it's because I keep grabbing the healing thing. Okay, Felwyn, you start your turn. There's a healing spirit over you. So Lyndon, I guess you could roll to give a bit of healing.
Oh, I didn't have to do a save.
One.
I just looked up.
Oh, okay, you get one back, and Felwyn, you come to your faculties as well.
Do I know that room, whatever went on in that room is an illusion because of what Lyndon was doing
You can do a investigation.
and saying, right?
Do an investigation check and see if you can see through it. You've been told it is.
15. I could add a flash of genius to that and
Yep.
use one of those up.
You'll need to if you want to pass.
Yeah, I'll do one of those, which will put me at 21.
Okay. So yes, you can see that while the room is sort of, you can see even, I don't know if you can see Gungo, but you can see that the room has some sort of illusory effect, or you can see through
Exactly.
it. Yep,
Moving over the top, so I can see everybody now.
you can.
So I can actually move up to here.
Yep. Although you'd be moving at half speed through it, unless you've got a swim speed.
I could do instead Misty Step
Okay.
and just
Bonus
let
action.
me
Is it?
just mark that off.
Your bonus action Misty
I
Step goes off, but you
can
don't
do
move any.
bonus action Misty Step.
You don't go anywhere. Unfortunately, it fizzles out of some.
So let me just mark that off.
You've still got
And waste another spell slot.
Well, it's second, isn't it?
So that means I can just go to here,
Okay.
most likely. Yeah.
Yep.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. And you've still got an action. You haven't used an action yet. If you want to cantrip or something.
No, I don't really have anything else I can do. I could firebolt him. Let's try that.
Okay. Firebolt. Roll to hit. cantrips are pretty good. At
25.
Yeah, nice hits.
26 fire damage.
Oh my god. Okay, don't want to sniff at firebolt anymore. All right. 26 damage.
Yeah, that's probably better damage than I've done in a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, firebolt.
Okay. All right. And remember, your gauntlets can do. You've got 2 spells up your sleeve with the gauntlets. They've got charges.
Yeah, I need to be next to him for that though.
Melee. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
And you've done your bonus to try the Misty Step in any case. It's a bonus action to cast those.
Yeah.
All right. So that's your turn, Lyndon, Mr. Injured.
Yep. Risk it for a biscuit. I'm going to just shoot him in the face with my bow.
Okay.
28 to hit.
Oh, okay. Oh, hang on a sec. I just remembered. Felwyn just... he has to do a con check. Okay, that's going to be alright. So, sorry, Lyndon. 28 hits. I was just doing his con...
Yep, 15 damage.
15 damage. He has to do a saving throw. He's looking for a 10. Oof. Alright. It breaks his concentration, and Gungo, you come out of the hold person.
Nice.
And
Gungo's just going to stay frozen.
All right. And that's you done, Lyndon?
No, shoot again, 2 shots. Let's see how we go.
All right.
28 to hit.
Okay, that hits as well.
And then it's 13 damage.
Ooh.
And then we're going to risk it for a biscuit and turn invisible and try to run away.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Who's going to try and claw you? Free action.
Disadvantage because I'm invisible.
Yeah, because he's got invisible. You see creatures and objects that have the invisible condition. So he's just going to try.
Then shadowy dodge, disadvantage anyway.
Oh, okay.
Because at the start of my turn, I get my reaction back.
Yep. Okay, so I'll just roll 2 d20s here. Oh, one of those is a 2. Okay, hits armor class 16.
Nope. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I can actually get right all the way over here.
All right. And you can see your own healing spirit, unless that can be dispelled from concentration.
Yeah, that's dispelled. That's gone now.
Okay.
So.
All right. Okay, so you survived it.
That's it.
Survived the round. That's Lyndon. Okay, the visitor. Okay, he's going to look at you, Gungo, and you notice now that even though he's skeletal, he's got one eye that's human. Weirdly.
Okay.
And he sort of mutters and looks at you, and then this ray comes shooting out of the eye. Just bear with me. You need to do a Constitution saving throw.
17.
Ooh, okay. Right, so it hits you, boom, smack in the chest, and does, just rolling damage. It's a finger of death.
Oof.
And it does 61 damage, Gungo, of necrotic.
Ooh.
I think that's going to get through your rage too.
Yeah, it will, yes.
Okay. That's his action. He's going
Don't think I
to
can.
move around to here. I think he's got a bonus action. He does. So, and he's going to gesture to you, and you can do a charisma saving throw, which he tries again to suck your soul into his teeth. Oh, hang on. He can do that to Lyndon. You're on bad health. Can you do it? Lyndon, he looks to you. He's a bit smarter than me, this guy. I don't need to play him. It's hard to play someone smarter than yourself.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to play someone dumber, isn't it?
He picks the right target. He's trying to suck your soul out. Lyndon.
Charisma?
Yes, please.
My strong suit, yeah. Well, natural 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was wrong. Oh, dear.
Okay. Oh, my God. Okay, you take 8 damage, because it's safe or half. No one has passed this yet. Does that still put you as... That doesn't put you as 0?
Puts me at 3. 8 damage?
So if I rolled a bit higher, I might have got you. Okay, he's trying to suck your soul into his tooth, but yeah, 8 damage. Boo. All right, very good. That's him with his bonus action. That's him with his action to cast Finger of Death through his eye. And he's done. He's not going to risk running away.
And I'm going to use my reaction now.
Yes.
To pull him towards me.
Oh, how's that?
Let me just put that. He's going to make a strength saving throw.
Okay. Let's have a look. Save. Oh. Perfected armor. Nice.
Oh.
When a huge or smaller ends its turn within 30 feet, you can reaction to... Alright, so you're going to haul him towards you. Boom. Done.
Yep, and then I get a melee attack and I'm going to punch him in those teeth.
He gets a strength save.
Is that part
Yep, I get a melee attack as part of the action.
Yeah, he failed his strength saving throw.
Yep, so let me just try and hit him. In those pretty teeth of his. 21.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Okay,
Nice.
you hit him. You punched him.
15.
Now, is
Boom.
that with the new gauntlets or your old ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. Nice. 15 damage. Boom. Okay, and then that was him finishing his turn. You got the reaction, so now it's you, Gungo.
Okay. Gungo's going to step into here.
Okay.
He's going to recklessly attack
Ooh.
with temerity.
Okay.
25, but I'm not going to do the sneak damage on this.
Okay. 25 hits.
So that's 17 damage.
Wow.
Do second attack. Yeah, baby. Sneak damage coming on this one.
Fishing for crits.
Mm-hmm.
Pulling out
49 damage.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay, you slash him and he just crumbles into a heap.
Right in that eyeball.
think we
Right
want
in his
that
good eye.
eyeball.
Right.
Is that there could be Vecna's eye.
Yeah.
Which we're looking for.
And he falls in a heap. Okay, and you reach down and grab his eyeball out of his crushed skull that you just smashed. Is that with temerity?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Very good.
Yeah,
So
kick him in the teeth.
Yeah.
Well, he's dead.
All right. We have a Romper Stomper reenactment. As the party all sink the boot in. How did everyone
As a
fare
bonus
in that?
action, Gungo will shout out like a Tuscan Raider.
Okay.
Did the water illusion drop when he went down?
Yes, it does.
Or is that still in there?
No,
Okay.
that does. It's not concentration, but it's tied to his.
Well, I wasn't sure if it was something that he was cast in the room or whether he was.
Oh
Yeah.
Yep. What do you want to do now?
Lyndon's
Okay.
just sitting on the floor trying not to bleed everywhere.
Okay.
And he casts Cure Wounds on himself.
Okay. Now you're still underwater. No one can breathe at the moment, so.
Oh,
I thought we
Can
knew it was
Gungo
an
breathe
illusion.
okay?
Yeah, sorry, you can. Yeah, you can breathe. Sorry.
And then it dropped. I just asked if it dropped
Yeah,
when he
yeah,
went
yeah.
down.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And search his body. Is there anything else on him other than
Yeah, let's have
eyeball?
a look at the eyeball and all that type of stuff. Like,
Yeah, okay.
is that what we're looking for? Is that Vecna's eyeball in his eyeball there?
Yeah, you fish out the eyeball out of the skull. It looks like a dried up husk of an eye. Weird that it hasn't rotted or anything. You don't know what Vecna's eye looks like, but it looks like a perfectly preserved, albeit mummified eye. And with a different...
Can I identify it? It's been a bit of time.
Yeah, you can do your ritual, do your identify, and it doesn't actually radiate magic. It doesn't come up with any magical properties or anything like that.
It's just an eyeball.
Lyndon's just picking all the gems out of his jaw.
Okay.
Just start pulling his teeth out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I like lend you a tool that will help with that because I've got them all.
All right. Jewelers, tinker's tools, small hammer.
Yeah, I got tinkers, I got jewelers.
Pair of pliers.
Ah,
Yep.
man, if that guy had his soul siphon, if he had managed to take anyone to 0, they vanish. Soul goes into his teeth. They're dead automatically. No go to 0. And so the intent was to keep.
Damn it.
Was to hopefully keep screaming at people till they fall over, and then just keep sucking their soul out until they go down to 0, and then swallow them.
Swallow your soul.
Yeah.
So that means there's a soul in each one of these teeth
No.
in his mouth.
No, there's not. There's one that there's one that seems to be glowing, but most of the rest look empty. So I guess you could do an identify on that, or arcana.
Yeah, let's do that.
Try an arcana for us, Felwyn.
24.
Okay. So you know a fair bit about the history, at least, or the background and nature of leashes. But this guy looks like he was a leash. Eventually, leashes lose much of their magical power from when they were, 18th level leash, wizard plus. And they have some sort of vestigial magical abilities, but predominantly they're all about, devouring souls to sustain themselves. But it looks like the souls that are coming into this leash are being siphoned off themselves to another third party. So almost as if he's a proxy.
Okay.
We just killed middle management.
Yeah, you killed Metamorph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what a terrible thing.
I don't know about you lot, but I'd like to find a safe place to have a nap.
I can give us a safe place. Do you want to have a rest?
Long rest preferred. Short rest I will take.
Shall we just check out where he came through this door? Just have a look through there and make sure there's.
Just check it quickly.
Okay. The other thing, Felwyn, is that leashes reportedly are very difficult to kill. So even though you might destroy their body, it tends to reform until you find wherever they keep all the their actual power in some sort of
body parts,
object or phylactery, or in the case of mummy style leashes, their interred organs or whatnot.
So he might be somewhere still,
or at least he might reform. In a day, in an hour, in a month. You don't know the nature of his particular state.
Can I drag his body into the next room and throw him off the void?
Yep. All right. You throw him into the void, down into the cataclysm. Nice. Gunko.
Good thinking. Well done.
Look around the corner and you see.
I'm not going to waste a spell. I'm just going to throw him into the void.
Yeah, good one.
He's not going to be happy when he wakes up.
Just goes down the corridor, does it?
And turns at the end. Yep.
What do you reckon? Do you want to rest first or keep going?
I mean, I'm feeling pretty exhausted and heavily
Yeah.
beaten up, so if we could get a rest, that
Well,
would be nice. But if
well,
you
we
want to
should have
keep
long rest.
pushing,
And what is your plan to long rest in one of these rooms, or?
I got Norden's magnificent mansion that I can cast, and we can just pop into there and hide for a bit. Well, Caden's private sanctum.
yeah,
Well, that
strong cup of tea and a lie down sounds like a great idea.
There is risk, Felwyn. You would know that after a long rest, it's possible that the leash is back as well. Without an eye, of course.
And also, haven't spells that like take you somewhere else not been working in here?
Yep.
So there was nothing magical about the eye at all.
No,
Can I burn it?
it doesn't.
No,
doesn't doesn't burn.
So I can't squish it or nothing. I can't destroy it.
No.
Or can I throw the
Yeah.
eye into the? Oh, let me just toss the eye into that
Into the void as well.
into the
Oh,
void
hang
as
on.
well.
Isn't it what we're looking for? Wasn't it the eye and the hand?
Yeah, but it's not. This one's not magical. I just identified it. There's
Yeah.
nothing.
It's still though. Oh, well, I don't know.
The hand wasn't
I
magical.
feel like it's
either.
worth.
Oh, okay. So there we go. We might as well
Just wrap
keep
it
that
up and
then.
put it somewhere else.
Yeah.
And neither is the sword. The sword of Kaz. They were able to be sort of worked out what they do by actually wielding, attuning, using them. But the hand and eye, you'd figure out once you attach it to your stump or put it in your socket or something like that. Plenty of people think they found the
And
eye
who
in
would-
Vecna
who
and
would
plucked
do
their
that?
eye out and put somebody's skeletal mummified eye in that was non-magical.
That guy told me it was legit. All right,
Yeah. This
Gungo will.
this skeletal hand radiates no magic, so it must be the artifact.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Let me try
Everything
mine off
checks
and
out.
stick it on. Damn it! It didn't work.
Yeah.
Gungo will sneak along the wall
Okay.
and poke his head around the corner down here.
All right. Poke your head around the corner. You can see a long
I'll be
passage.
following then.
There's a bit of a chamber to the north, halfway along a long passage. And
All right, sneak
yeah,
down there
further south. Yep.
along the wall.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head back. And because
And
I
just get
know the
away from
liches are liching,
Yep.
I'm gonna
Okay.
cast Arcane Lock on this door.
Okay. All right. So you arcane lock the door.
Yeah.
And Gungo and Lyndon, you come to a small 15 by 10 antechamber with double doors leading to the north.
After you.
The passage does continue. and
I mean-
heads further south.
Right, okay. Um.
Min's just gonna down his last potion quickly, just in
That's
case.
a good thought. Let me check if I got any. I don't know if I have.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a
Try to
regular
save some
potion
spell
of healing.
slots.
Okay. 29 health back. Boom.
Oh, I got 2 potions.
Actually, I've got a potion of supreme healing here. Maybe I'll drink that.
Oh, I got a
still
superior
have
one.
more.
It's funny, I say you're all in double
Yeah, I think-
digits but you guys get into triple digits now at this level.
Yeah, it's just like, ugh.
It doesn't last very
Me.
long though.
Yeah, okay. Gungo's going to drink his potion of supreme
Okay.
healing.
All right. Everyone all takes a
41.
skull, and everyone drinks all their potions.
Goodbye, potion of healing.
You
So I got 27.
27.
Better than nothing.
Yep. Gungo 41.
That's a nice one.
Do we have normal potions left? That's all right. Okay.
Yeah, it's got regular ones after that.
Should we have a look at this door then, guys?
After you're looking big and strong.
Well, yeah. Do you guys want to check out the door first though? Because you're the.
Yeah, I'll have a listen and listen and feel and see if I
Okay.
can
Investigation for me then, Lyndon.
do 23.
Okay. Massive door. You sort of brush a bit of dust off and realise that it's actually carved in relief, with a picture depicting a river of screaming souls flowing through a ravaged landscape. There's no handles on those doors, although there is a trio of circles, and the circles, each circle that can be spun in stone with runes on them, and the platinum circles on the stone door can be rotated. The circles, like a combination lock, can be turned to a specific rune, and currently they're in the blank one. All three are in the blank one, and there is 3 in a row with the alphabet on all 3 of them.
Oh, okay, the complete alphabet.
Yeah, and they're in Draconic.
I can't read that.
No, me neither.
You think it might be able to bypass this with thieves' tools, but it would be pretty tricky. You'd be trying for about at least a minute, and would be pretty hard.
Well,
Yeah, I have no idea what
try.
this is.
Yeah.
Gunga can help.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lyndon's going to see what Philwin's doing and just back up round the corner.
Okay.
So I'm going to use my last flash of genius with this too. So I do my, dex sleight of hand. I wish there was just you could just click on thieves' tools and it would roll.
Should, yeah.
But that's just stupid. Okay, normal roll.
And you get
Oh, you were helping, so that gives me advantage.
Yep.
Let's try one more time. 15 plus my proficiency bonus makes it 19, plus my flash of genius makes it 24.
24. Okay. It clicks, and you bypass the having to open the door by picking the right letters combination. They open out, and you can see a throne in front of you, now empty, with some pedestals to the left and right. Expansive room. Ancient, untouched. There's on the pedestals. There's 6 items. A blue scarf.
Going.
Yeah, golden ring. Let's have a look.
To use my prestidigitation, make a little clockwork spidey again.
Okay.
Send that in first, because we've had a lot of bad experiences entering rooms. So
I'm really starting to hate doors.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay, spider comes back. Blick, there he is.
Next thing that's going around the room just to...
Although I do think I'd be rather fetching that scarf.
Set him like in a clockwork direction,
Okay,
kind of
alright.
around near
So
all the
he
pedestals and
goes-
see if anything happens to him.
He goes scooching around the room, scuttle, 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 scuttle. Doesn't fall in any pits or traps or anything like that.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't even do that. I'm trying to re-rotate my
Go in.
character.
Okay, go. You go in. You can see the 6 pedestals, the throne. And I put into the chat what's on those pedestals.
What do you think this stuff means, guys? Go have a look at the sword.
Okay. You head over to it. You can do an investigation if you want to have a bit of a snoop.
Okay. 19.
Oh, nice one. Okay. Doesn't look like it's been moved in a long time. There's dust on top of it, as well as on the pedestal itself.
Lyndon's going to move up to the scarf and see if it's trapped, or see if he can figure out anything about the pedestal.
Okay, do an investigation for me.
26.
Okay, it looks like there might be some sort of warding. You think some sort of magical warding on the like there's clearly some sort of powder that some spell has been cast over the scarf or over the pedestal itself even.
Can I do anything about it? It's the real question.
Yeah, it's if it's a, you know, if to call it a trap, I guess, or a lock or an alarm or whatever, it's magical in nature, so really difficult to do, but you could try. It's possible. It's not the sort of thing you do just with your tinker's tools, though, with your thieves' tools.
Yep, I'll try casting Dispel Magic at 3rd level on it and see what happens.
Okay. Okay. You're not too sure, but whatever, the slight glow or the slight, movement that you saw as you just reached your hand out seems to appease.
Yeah, and then he's going to check out the scarf.
Okay, pick up the scarf, and you've got a scarf.
Awesome. Do you think this looks good on me?
It's fabulous.
I'm going to reach out and touch the end, and let's spend some time, like quick time. Let me see.
Yeah, all the pedestals are probably trapped, guys, with magic, so just be careful. Unfortunately, I can't really dispel all of them, and I don't think it's going to work too well.
Is there a door behind the throne as well, is there?
Yeah, it looks like there's some sort of opening, but no obvious doorknob or keyhole or anything like that.
Okay, Gunga's going to climb up on the wall here and just from there see what he can see about the throne from behind and the side and stuff like that.
Sure. Okay, it looks like there's a concealed doorway, so you already could make out the outline of it. Wasn't concealed that well, but there's some sort of doorway beyond. Let's have a look. I'll give you an investigation to have see if there's anything beyond the
9.
Oh, no, nothing.
Not really my thing. What are these things then?
On the pedestals?
Just to distract. What is it? This copper. What was it? Copper sheets. Go have a look at those.
Okay.
They will be trapped, so do be careful.
I'm not going to touch them. Just going to see if I can look at them from.
Yep. Let's have a look. Yeah, they look like sheets. Ancient times, people might have inscribed or done acid etching to inscribe, permanent, writings.
Did we discover what this scarf is, besides amazing?
Yeah, you could do an identify if you want to see if it looks magical in that it's not. It looks brand new, like it's just come off the rack.
I don't have an identify, but I can investigate it. Or do an arcana.
Okay, try an arcana.
Do you want me to try an arcana?
You might be better at this than I am.
Okay.
Let me have a look for you. 27.
Okay,
A lot better.
You're not too sure, but because it's not an identifier, it'll take another 10 minutes or so. But it looks like it's some sort of got some sort of protection magic. If you were to wear it.
Lyndon immediately just wraps it around his neck.
Yeah, it's like a Doctor Who scarf of protection.
So,
I mean, we could try something stupid if you want to get more of these items.
well, I think the priority now is to find out what did you say, Felwyn, about this leech? He can reform somewhere.
Yeah, he can spend, I'm not sure how long it will take, but eventually he'll just regenerate and be back to his horrible leechy soul sucking self.
And that's to do with an item or something that he can do that with.
Yeah, we need to find his items.
So that's probably what we need to do before we get bogged down here. Unless one of these could be his item.
But you're saying there was something behind the throne, Congo.
There's a door there.
Now, Lyndon will go and have a look.
Okay. All right, you can try to open the door if you wish with thieves' tools.
Which I don't have. It's not trapped or anything.
He can't go in.
Not as far as you can tell.
Gungo can help.
Give me a hand here, Gungo. Okay, let's.
The right tool for the job.
Roll at advantage.
You've got a felon.
So we got 20 plus 6, 26.
All right. You managed to open it up. And it opened, and beyond there's a passageway. Just on those copper sheets, Gungo, you're having a good look at them. They look like they're written in Draconic. I don't know if any of you can read Draconic.
No,
none of us can. Okay. Well, maybe if we get a chance, we can always try and come back here. But
yeah, I mean, I could try something stupid if you all want to get out of the room and just see what happens.
If you do what?
Grappling hook, rope, and hope.
Oh, look, I think let's just keep going and we'll come back here.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay. All right. So
Pop
you
into
head through into the passageway.
Yep.
And head your way down that passageway. Let's see. And you come into a larger, narrow but long chamber with coins, precious stones strewn all across the floor. There's a pedestal with a staff on it, a blue silk sash embroidered with gold thread. And strewn all over the room is gems and coins. Not like in great mountains and mounds or anything, but looks like treasure.
Consumed souls.
Yeah. There's also a doorway or some sort of archway inscribed on the wall to the north of this room.
And is there some sort of green chest in the southwest corner as well, is there?
Yes. Oh, there's a green chest. Yep.
And a staff. And
who's
do you have
carrying
any idea what
who's carrying
Sorry,
the
go on.
eye, by the way?
Felwyn's got that right now.
Well, so it could be here somewhere, couldn't it? There's also is that it looks like a black block of something, but that's a staff, is it?
That's just representing the staff. Yep.
Yep. Huh. Trying to check it out for traps, Lyndon?
Yeah, I'll have a look. I'll see if there's any traps or anything funky going on in this room.
Okay.
See how good it.
Have a scooch around for traps.
It's fine.
Yep, no problems.
It's great.
And we don't really have any idea what this item could be, do we?
In the middle of the room?
No, as like that we're looking for the Lich's, where he stores his life force or whatever.
Oh, yep. Yeah, you're not sure.
What about this chest? Do you want to have a look at this chest, Lyndon, and see if there's any traps around this? We could start
Yeah, I'll
with
have a look at the chest specifically.
Yep.
Not that this is my strong suit. Yeah, it's fine.
Yep, no problem. No problem.
I mean, do you want?
It's not locked.
Try and open it.
Okay, you open it
Go
up,
open it.
and it's got like felt shapes through it, like pressed in with some game pieces in jade, and with platinum playing pieces and a jade board game, and easily worth 7,500 as a curiosity artifact item of interest to collectors.
Okay.
Do you want to try touching the rod as well, Gungo, while you're at it? I mean, what could possibly go wrong?
Well, heaps. You know,
And then we can.
playing around with magic isn't really my thing.
Yep.
It scares me a bit.
You and me both.
Start just having a look at some of these gems on the ground.
All right, you have a hunt around and see quite a couple of hundred gold, couple of hundred platinum, bit of silver mixed in, equal measure. Kicking around, you find a set of earrings, ruby earrings worth 500. I'll put it in the chat.
Doesn't really mean much to us anymore, does it?
No.
We just like.
Of interest, you do find 3 diamonds.
Yeah, take those.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And the earrings.
And they're good. They're good diamonds. Like each one is high quality, probably worth 1,000. So it's a high quality, chunky diamond.
Ooh.
I'm going to stick those in right away because I will need them.
It means as a spell component, there's probably it can do almost any of those healing-y, resurrection, raise dead type things. They're good enough for each of those. Generally, the more powerful the restorative spell, the higher quality diamond you need.
All right.
I'm gonna add it to party.
So this is a black staff on top of a table runner sort of thing, is it?
Yeah, it's a bit bigger. It's more like a beach towel. Think of about that size.
Gungo will grab the end of the towel thing.
Okay. And you're going to do your party trick. Just pull it out.
No, he's going to slide it off and hopefully bring the staff with it as he wants to get.
The staff comes with it and drops into your hand as you pull the towel.
Okay.
It's not actually a towel. Once you get it off, it's quite chunky. It's a bit quite thick, heavy wool weave. Well, really well made. Both have withstood.
Maybe I can wear a scarf as well.
This is like wearing a rug.
Yeah, Gungo's big enough.
Yeah.
Cut a hole in the middle and wear it like a big poncho.
Yeah, possible.
Um, okay, so this carpet, and this black staff.
Yep.
They both look good, do they?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, roll up the carpet.
They told you it was fun.
The
Have a look at the staff.
the staff is some sort of shiny silvery metal, but it's not steel and it's not platinum. But it's slender, long. Eventually comes into a head, just like any wizard staff as you do, and this one has the top half of a rearing unicorn.
Okay. Can you guys tell if any of this is magic?
I mean, I can look at it and have a think about it, but that's about it.
We can't tell whether any of this is the thing we're looking for. And there was a opening to the north as well, was there, or something?
Yeah, there was. Yep. It's not an opening. There's like a doorway with some magical writings on it.
Any idea what that writing says?
You might need read magic or arcana.
I can try arcana-ing up.
Okay.
Normal roll. Natural 20.
Wow.
Oh my god.
So it's 31.
Okay. So you think that this is can be used as like those teleportation circles, but it goes to pandemonium.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah, maybe not just yet.
Okay. But what if that's where his... Oh, well, I guess if that's where his heart is, that's where it's staying, isn't it? At this stage.
Look, if he wants to spawn back into pandemonium, more power to him.
Yeah.
Shall we go back into the other room and keep searching and try to find somewhere safe to rest?
So you think, Felwyn, that you would be able to recite the words that are said in the magical writing to open this portal, should you wish?
Me too. Okay.
Yep.
We will hold off on that until we decide we want to.
Okay. All right.
We might need the whole party together for that.
Mm.
I think,
Before we
yeah,
teleport
well,
anywhere.
I mean... Excuse me, that's where he's gone, isn't it? Yeah, but we can't go in there now, can we?
No. Shall we keep looking?
Yeah, I
We
guess.
can always come back here now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
All right. So back the way you came?
back to where we came.
All right. You get back into the main room?
And you think they're all trapped, do you, Lyndon?
I have a sneaking suspicion. One of them seemed like they had some kind of magical warding on it.
The treasures in the vault are not... there was no traps, but from what Lyndon can tell, he thinks that the pedestals are trapped. Almost as if these might have been decoy treasures.
Yeah. But treasures nonetheless.
I don't like leaving treasures behind.
Focusing on the treasure part of decoy treasure.
Yeah. Do you want to try...
Still treasures.
Felwyn, do you want to identify this staff and the rug or see?
Yeah, I will do that.
Okay.
I will spend some time identifying stuff. See what it comes back with.
Okay.
Scarf, staff, and rug.
All right. So the scarf is a scarf of protection as the cloak. That's the one that you got off the pedestal. The staff is a staff of healing. It's got 10 charges. bard, cleric, or druid healing spells.
I know.
Yeah. You've got to your 17th level party and you've never had a cleric, and
No,
That's
it's a
so
miracle.
close to rolling.
We've got Noida, who is
yeah,
a little clericy, but not a full
He's a
on.
sorcerer, isn't he?
he's a
It's right now. I miss my life cleric to a big time.
I forget what the dragon. Did you used to have a bard? Who was the dragonborn? I forget now.
He was a cleric, wasn't he? Yeah.
No, he was a bard. He was a soul.
He was
a-
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Dragonborn. But no, the other guy that we had for a little while was a cleric.
Yeah. No, there's been no cleric. He wasn't a cleric.
Cleric's one of my favorites to play. Actually, I do like clerics.
He was the healing type of. He was the bard because he gave inspiration.
The original. Yeah, that was Yeah, I remember the guy.
Yeah.
He was good. He was handy.
I can't remember. Anyway, you've had a druid at least. We've got once upon a time. Now retired.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, so a staff of healing, a cloak of protection, albeit in scarf form, and a small carpet of flying.
Ah. Well, what do you reckon, guys? Do you want to? We'll all go out the room, and we'll take it in turns. We pick a pedestal, and it's up to you to get the thing off of there. And everyone else can just support you from the doorway.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
All right. So who's?
I'll go first. Can go first if you want.
All right. So where's everyone else when that happens?
I mean, I guess-
This happens?
Lyndon's backing up out of the room.
Yeah. Okay. So Svel when I see.
Mm-hmm.
And Gungo, what are you gonna grab?
Well, I mean, it doesn't really need a new sword, but I might as well do the sword.
Okay.
So go over there.
Blue scarf, gold
He'll-
ring, glittering scimitar. Yeah.
We'll go to here. And he'll have his feet on the wall, and he'll hang out sideways, and he'll reach and grab the scimitar.
Okay. All right. You reach and grab it, and as soon as you touch it, there's this pulse of necrotic energy. And you need to do a Constitution saving throw as it washes over you.
8.
Okay, take
Ouch.
13 necrotic damage and get stunned. A moment later, you come to your senses, and you've got this sword in your hand.
Okay.
Small price to pay.
Well, I got it. He'll
Okay?
give himself a shiver.
Okay. You're right. All right, and you can drop the sword back to the others.
I got zapped by something. It drained my life out.
That's been happening
Sounds
a lot
unpleasant.
lately.
Yeah.
Does anyone else have a turn?
Oh, I mean, let's see if I can outdo you. Lyndon's just going to walk up to here. He's going to pull out his grappling hook and his rope, and he's seeing if he can scrape this one off in the top corner off the pedestal.
The wand, the black wand. Okay. Yep.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Let's see. How far away from you? Yep. Okay. As the grappling hook lands on the pedestal, there's this burst. Creature that touches. You grab it, pull it off. Can you do a let's call it acrobatics, dexterity? It's not really sleight of hand. Yep. Okay.
18.
All right. You get it, and you manage to pull the wand off, and drops onto the floor. And there is a pulse of necrotic energy, but doesn't go on you.
Think you found the trick, guys.
Oh, look at you.
Lyndon's buoyed by that experience, Lyndon's going to take a couple of step backs and then go for the steel plates.
Okay.
So, cleaning out the room.
Okay, try again. Clear out the room.
16.
Right, that's enough. You get the plates as well.
And last but not least, they got the glass sphere, really hoping it doesn't break on the way down.
Yes.
And 15.
Okay, yeah, you get that too. Knock it off, and it doesn't break on the way down.
Armful of stuff and a shit-eating grin. He's like, but no idea what this does.
Let's try
but
the ring
now.
as well. Let's try and grab the ring.
Do you want to do it the
Do it the
Lyndon
Lyndon
way?
way. It might be a little tricky.
Yeah, sure. Let's try
Back
Lyndon
on
way.
up. We've had a rough day already.
We have.
Yep, I think you might be picking that one up.
Okay, I can pick it up.
Okay. Let's have a look. Okay. A burst of so let's see, so you grab it, and you need to do a con saving throw as crackling energy comes towards you, Felwyn. Con save. 21.
21.
Crikey. All right, so you managed to avoid it.
Tough little gnome.
You move out of the way, or it washes over you and you just tough it out. I guess that's the con save.
You can't go this house, done.
Yeah.
Shall we move on?
Yeah, and I'll identify the ring as we go along. I'll just be looking at it, twiddle it in my thumbs.
Okay. All right, you got the ring. You take all your loot, and everyone all heads out.
Yep.
Head down the passage. Look around the corner. To what seems to go to a dead end or a it's a little bit strange. Like a black.
I'm going to get a little Spidey guy to follow us.
Okay.
Because I'll just send him in to anywhere first right now.
All right.
See if he explodes or.
Trap finder.
Basically.
Yeah. All right. Let's have a look. Yep. Okay.
Send the spider in first, always.
Yep.
Yeah.
Getting there. Okay, it's a pitch black room, and it's clearly filled with magical darkness. You cannot see into it. There's the whole passage, and you can hear some eerie sounds echoing from the distance somewhere.
I don't like this at all. Anyone got a light source? Not that it will
Only
help.
the nose ring.
Yep, well, he's got a light source, but the light from the nose ring doesn't penetrate this room.
Well, do we want to keep moving forward then?
Into the room.
Or is our little spider friend? See if that explodes.
Yeah, send it in
do
first.
that.
Send the spider in. So what is it? Is it a creature? Is it alive? Is it
No, it's a construct.
magical?
It's just a little tinkered toy.
Okay.
Let me. What's it actually?
Is it immune to any conditions or damage types or anything, or is it just like?
Oh, I doubt it. No, he's just a little.
Treat it like a crab or something like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't even call it that. He's just like a clockwork. It's like a clockwork construct.
Okay.
So it wouldn't have any mind or anything. You just like.
Does it have hit points and an armor class and that sort of stuff?
Yeah, it's got 1.
Okay. So
like
it's not
1 and 5. It's like it will just.
Okay. All right.
I'm trying to find it. I just know it's really low.
Yeah. Okay. So you send it into the room, and it sort of shivers and quakes for a moment, and then just bursts and falls in a heap. And
Something in that room.
And you don't see it happen because it walked into the darkness to do so. But a couple of cogs and a couple of legs come sploying, maybe a spring or
Pointing
something.
out.
Yeah.
Maybe pandemonium is a better idea.
You're not sure about going in there?
Well, we can go back out the way we came. Still don't know how we get out of here.
I've got a ring of something. What is it? Dun, 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 dun. Where are you? Ring of shooting stars. I'm gonna try casting dancing lights into the room.
Okay.
And see if light works or anything along those lines.
Yeah. Okay. The dancing lights goes off. It's not, negated or anything like your Misty Step was. But the darkness must be more powerful than the dancing lights.
I can't see it.
The darkness sort of swallows them up. Yep.
I'm going to try casting Dispel Magic into the room onto the darkness.
Okay.
At level 3.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. The darkness does sort of blink, flicker, and then go out. If it's
Is my dancing light still there now?
No, the dancing lights is cancelled out, but it is gone.
Okay.
There's an effect. But you would know, Lyndon, that if you had cast your Dispel Magic on just a spell that does some sort of darkness, then one would cancel out the other. If it's a permanent effect, it would just cancel it out for a time.
Yep, definitely cursed.
But you can now see the shape of the room, and you can see that there's another exit about 50 feet away on the other side, diagonally.
All right, do we want to just run for it? You guys ready? Just run for the exit.
Okay, yep. All right, you dash across, come out of the exit, go around a corner, and end up back in the library, which is where you have been at some point.
Now, this is where I found my interesting book. But every time you take something off the shelf, the statues come alive, go. So, no touchy.
I'm not much of a reader.
Yeah. I'll bring Felwyn down too.
Do I have to? Okay.
No, you don't have to.
No, I will. I was just scared to. Oh, we're back in here. This was just a different way to go around. Awesome.
So you're back in the library, feeling a little bit more familiar. It feels like coming home, even though because the other rooms are also dangerous.
Did we come in through one of the doors to the south? Did we?
You got teleported here, and got teleported into a completely black magical darkness 10-foot closet. There was 4 of you in there, and
you're down here.
In the middle of the room was a sphere of annihilation. And
it was bad. It was very bad.
And I quite clearly told them, first door on your left, and I still had to come back and find them.
And we went through the first door on the left. He was just in the first door on the right. He was the other left.
So they did sort of find a way back, because they went through a door in the south over here where there was a corridor with musical instruments, but they could see that chamber looked like it would link up with the acid pool where the fight with the greater demon, the Marolith, happened.
Yeah,
And
the statue was back down there.
and the Marolith statue was back in place.
Well, assuming
Okay.
that we might have the eye, do we want to start doubling back and finding a way out now? Or do we want to keep going, poking around and getting ourselves in trouble?
We're pretty good at the latter.
A little bit too good.
So I guess we want to avoid going past that statue again because we feel like we're going to get her going again. So that was through this door to the south at the east, was it?
Yeah, the furthest door away from you.
What are these other two? Have you tried these other two?
One of them leads to a room with the Sphere of Annihilation in. The other one, you're not too sure.
Avoid this room. Bad room.
Or we just make our way out and then do what?
Run away?
We do need to probably come back and head to Pandemonium or whatever it is eventually, but I don't think we want to teleport anywhere without the rest of the party. Unless we can just automatically drag them with us or something on those lines.
If you want to go somewhere, I'm just assuming that the party's with you when you move on to the next part. That's fine.
Maybe we should just go to Pandemonium.
Let's just go to Pandemonium then? Yeah. I mean, if it sounds like a better option, I mean, the only problem is we leave this and then where do we go?
I mean, we're collecting all this stuff to go and... Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, because you're right, part of me thinks we've got what we need, but what does leaving that guy on the loose mean?
Well, as a suggestion, that room that leads to Pandemonium had 2 exits. One was to Pandemonium and one was the door. If anyone can magically lock that door, we've effectively only got 1 exit, so we can rest up in that room and then head to Pandemonium.
Yeah, but then I guess that again, it's the same thing, isn't it? If we rest here, then he could be back by the time we're finished resting, if not beforehand. So I think the options are is to chase after him now, or if we think we've got everything we need, leave. But then what do we move on to after we leave here if we left? We've got the hand, we think we've got the eye, we've got the sword.
I mean, it's just killing Vecna after this. How hard could it be?
We definitely need a rest of some sort before we move on to him.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, before moving to him we would, yeah, for sure. But
I mean, that's what I'm saying. We have no idea if and when this guy's coming back, so we could just barricade ourselves in a room and rest and hope for the best.
yeah.
Well, I said I could cast private.
I mean, I stole his eye and all his teeth.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a matter of how long it takes, I suppose, isn't it, for him to regrow? We don't know. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm happy to go for us to do a rest.
And whereabouts? In the library or where you are now, or somewhere else?
I say
we could head back up to where that
the
where the
Pandemonium
real
doorway
treasure changer was, right?
Yeah.
Before
Yeah, I
the
say
portal.
that because then we can barricade ourselves in to an extent.
Into where, sorry?
Where the where we picked up the staff, where the portal is that we're going to go through.
Okay,
You just go up there and rest outside that area.
Sure.
So is that the throne room? Is that?
Yeah,
Yep.
the room off the throne room.
Oh, the treasure chamber, or the.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll just fast travel you there, and you unpack all your backpacks and things.
Did you want me to cast Private Sanctum? Because I'll get that spell back after I rest. It lasts 24 hours. We can
that'd be
literally just
great.
walk into a place. Okay, so let me do that.
You try.
Yeah, well, after the long rest, we'll get our spell slots back, hopefully, right? So
it won't matter that you blow the private sanctum at this point. What level's that?
It's level 4.
Okay.
My,
Alright.
that's it. I'm so down. I got like
Yeah.
hardly any spell slots
You
left.
cast,
But
you cast a private sanctum, and you're expecting a magical doorway to open up, and it doesn't. You suspect now maybe similar to the Misty Step or the teleport or the plane of travel that might not be able that might be neutralized by the types of stone that's in this area.
that's right. I forgot about that. I knew that. I knew that from last week because I identified the rocks.
Oh yeah.
Right? I just forgot in between weeks.
Yep. But you can bed down here and see how you go over a long rest.
Yeah, do that.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
barricade the door we came through and rest up.
okay. Do you want to do your identifiers and things?
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta identify that.
All right. What's first?
I'll do the ring that I'm holding.
Ring.
I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
That's a ring of poison resistance. Rings of resistance don't require attunement, but you can only have 2 rings if people have got more than one, more than 2.
Yeah.
It's 1 per.
Well, somebody might want to use this.
Yeah. Yep. Any other item you wanted to?
I can't be Mr. T and have like rings on every finger and
No.
like 10 necklaces on.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
dang. Let me add that to party treasure.
Yeah. Mr. T. It's
Yeah,
like
that was the
Exactly, right? I mean, what? I can't be Mr.
Yeah.
T?
You can be Johnny
Might be
Johnny
later.
Depp, how's that?
Yeah.
Wear all the earrings and necklaces as well. Any other items there you wanted to identify?
Anything that needs identifying.
What would you get off the pedestals?
the plates. We got all the wand, the plates, the sphere,
Okay.
and the sword.
I'll spend a little bit of time, 10 minutes on each and see what we've got.
Okay, the sphere is a crystal ball.
Is there anything special about it, or is it just literally a crystal ball?
A crystal ball, as in you can look into it and see other places.
Like a scrying type thing? Or
Yeah, magical scrying device. Let's have a look. Crystal ball. You'll find these in the. It's just the base ones, so it allows you to cast the scrying spell.
That's handy.
Yep.
What's
And then what
Illuminate
else was
doing
it?
right
The
now?
wand?
Have a look.
What's Vecna up to right now?
Let me see.
I'm not sure if it would work right now with these rocks.
Hey, maybe. Do that checking on all the old characters and see what they're doing at the moment.
Loading. You look up the
No connection.
Let's see, scrying spell. You can see and hear a creature you choose that is on the same plane of existence as you. So someone on.
Oh yeah.
On,
Maybe not.
You don't know too many people from here that are still here. You can scry the explorers fighting off zombies.
Yeah.
The target that you're trying to scry makes a wisdom saving throw. The target makes a wisdom saving throw, which is modified by how well and you know the target. Let's have a look.
I'm just going to run to the washroom quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah,
and then
no
I'll identify the wand if we haven't done that yet.
Yeah, okay. Wand is a wand of fireballs. Spells are scrying. Here we go. Okay, if you on a successful save, the person you're trying to look at, the thing goes cloudy and it can't be used again for 24 hours. If they fail their save, it creates like an invisible sensor, so like a little floating eye that you can watch. Very creepy. Was there anything else? Oh, those tablets.
And the sword.
Ah, the sword. Yep. The scimitar is +2. Otherwise, a standard sword. Scimitar. I'll put it into the chat.
+2.
I think temerity is already better than that.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
But we might be able to sell it
Yeah.
if need to. Get
Yep.
some extra moonies.
I don't know whether it would be any good to the lead.
No, she's got that fancy dancy sword she's using to get her name on.
Yeah. And she's got.
That's right.
She's got a +3 Vorpal sword.
Vorpal blade. Yeah.
Oh,
Anything else?
yeah, maybe Minoida.
Carpet of flying. There it is. You can make this carpet hover and fly by taking a magic action using the command word. It moves according to your directions if you're within 30 feet of it. So you can, cause it to hover and fly and come over to you. It has a fly speed of 40 and can hover. So not too many things that can do that. And it can carry 600 pounds. If you double that, it can carry up to double 600, up to 800, yeah. It's a 3x5. Flying carpet, 3x5. And
Flying carpet.
Yep. The copper plates are giving instructions of how to operate the gate to Pandemonium.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take your long rest, and
Long rest.
Yep, and everyone can go up to 18th. I think you're not on 18th now, are you?
No,
Are
17.
we 17th?
Yep.
Wow.
Who had the light? Didn't we have a flying carpet before?
Someone did, but I don't know.
Did we?
If it went with.
Yeah, remember we used it to get to the top of it. You used it particularly to get to the top of some place we needed to get out of.
Nah, got wings of flying.
No, but remember
We've got a set of wings of flying.
we had.
I've got wings of flying, but I've never
I
had
think
a
the
carpet.
bard had it, but we might not have got it back from him after he left.
Yeah.
Because we used it to get to the ceiling one time and then open a hatch. I can't remember exactly where we were at the time, but we did have one.
I think there's a few things the party have found that have gone with other party members.
With people, yeah.
Yeah, but as new people have come in, they've brought their own items that they bring to the table.
Okay, so woohoo!
Lyndon's going to spend some time reading this wonderful book that he's found since the lead's buggered off.
Okay, yep.
Gungo's going to unattune from the slippers and attune to his mace again.
Okay. All right. Okay, you attune to your mace. Everyone's gone up to 18th.
I'm just doing it now.
It's 15:15 now. Should we take a coffee, 10 minutes or so? Give everyone a chance to
Coffee would be awesome.
level up, and
Sure.
we'll meet back in.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
In 10 minutes. Okay, let's go.
Sounds good.
I'll see you in 10. think we're good. I think Todd might not be back in yet.
Sorry, I'm here. I was just muted in Discord as well.
Okay. Got something to show you before we kick off. I'm painting an army of Gungos. I don't know if you can see this.
An army of Gungos.
Wow, look at that. Army of Gungos is a great name for a band as well.
There we go.
It would be a great name for a band.
That's awesome.
There's a whole unit of double size because it's like a 50mm base of double-armed Minotaurs.
All right, wow.
And that's the guy. Oh, it's painful.
Beast.
That's not actually focusing. Focus, you swine. Anyway, and I've got a shaman and like a zombie.
Oh wow! Minotaur. Look at that.
He's raging.
Needs a spinal adjustment.
Yeah. Crazy.
So yeah.
How long does it take? How long would it take you to paint up one of those?
Maybe 3 sessions. Once they're sort of glued together, based, just sprayed and so on, to get it to that state. But they're far from finished yet because I got these new oil washers and it saves doing base, layer, dry brush, all this. I don't know if you're familiar with the painting sort of techniques, but using oils, it's more reductive technique. So you put your base coat down and then wash it with the oil, or just apply the oil, mottled, whatever, and you actually paint with a Q-tip with white spirits by removing what you want to get off.
Oh yeah.
So that's what's coming up next. So I'm doing them sort of full grimdark, not
nice
Warhammer box art. It's for Warhammer Old World. So you have units of them. I've got 3 units of 6 Minotaurs and this enormous Minotaur, that monster thing that's about 4 or 5 inches tall. And I'll have something else, but anyway, that's something because I've got a Teutonic Knight army, historical one, in 28mm. So I'll base them for the same game, and they can be Bretonnians versus Beasts of Chaos. Play with the kids.
Nice.
But they double up for D&D, at least as the monstrous ones. They're no good for size, because they're all size large or more. But I forget what I was going to say. Yeah, so that'll just be for going up against the kids. All right. We'll crack on. So you just taken a long rest. Managed to come through that unscathed. No sign of Asurak or Demi Asurak or middle management Asurak or whatever that you've just defeated. Gone up to 18th level. I don't know what that gives you, especially for those who are single classed. This is where you start to get some mecha pretty high, paladins and things start getting into 30-foot ranges for stuff and whatnot. But I just wanted to touch on for Felwyn, for yourself. I checked up on the Artificer while we're out.
Mm-hmm.
So the rule is infusions. The specific infusion rule has to be on non-magical items.
Yeah, which means I would lose a couple of things.
So if you were to wear magical armor, you can still turn that magical armor into your arcane focus and do the sorts of things that armorers can do with their armor, but can't infuse it to be +1 or the other stuff.
Yeah, I have I can get 3 extra infusions on armor.
Yeah, okay. But what you can do,
and I would lose that, but I can use it as my arcane focus.
You can use it as your arcane focus, and there's other things that your arcane armor can do as well, like it swaps out for your damaged limbs and so on. And also, you can wear this with a shield if you wanted to use a shield, and your shield would be non-magical, and you can infuse that. There's nothing stopping you from infusing a shield.
I only lose my helm, sharp mind, or the initiative advantage that I have. What it was, helm of awareness. I got going.
Right.
I couldn't do that, or boots of the winding path.
Boots. I don't think boots. I think boots you can, because strictly speaking, the armor doesn't include boots. I know we're talking about a suit or something like that, but the thing is, the armor allows you to fly anyway at a 30-foot speed. No, based on your intelligence, which is probably faster than 30 foot.
Yeah, and boots of the winding path gives me teleport.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's a teleport thing. I will have to think about that.
Think about it.
Probably for next time.
You'll end up with a better armor class, but without some infusions. Although that doesn't stop you from infusing other things instead, I guess.
Yeah.
Also worth looking at the new, what's it called? Unearthed Arcana.
Yeah, I got to really read that PDF. It's not.
Yeah, because the arcane, the armorer, it's not so much infusions that does stuff to their armor. It's when they do their, create it as an arcane focus, that it has other abilities. Anyway, just thought I'd check, just let you know. So that's why I was saying it doesn't have to be magical. It doesn't have to be magical for your arcane armor. You can do that to magic armor. You just can't infuse it. All right. I'll just, for some reason, we've lost the activity. Roll 20. It's just kicking in. I think you're still in the treasure chamber, eating your toast, or whatever you do. Vecna, Eve of Ruin. All right. So, what do you want to do from here?
Well, I think while we're resting, we would have just, done the right thing and taken the time to scoop up all of those gems and take them with us.
Yep. So you've got all the earrings. The 3 diamonds. If you want to say, if the diamonds are probably more are important, you can put them on the party treasure, but just make sure they don't go party treasure and in someone's pocket.
Yeah.
So we know for sure, because that's.
Felwyn, you should take these earrings. They'd just go with your hair, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
They're so pretty.
Yeah, I've taken the free 1,000 diamonds straight into my inventory, so I don't put them into the party inventory.
Okay.
If somebody else needs them, take them off me.
Cool.
I will just delete that from party treasure.
Since I tend to burn through them, I might as well hold on to them.
Yeah, okay. I think you're the only one that uses them, pretty much. Maybe Felwyn uses.
How am I the cleric?
Yeah, pretty much.
I usually keep one on me. I think I've got one still on me. And I always make sure everybody knows it's in like this top pocket in case.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
we should all put one in a necklace and put it and wear it. So if you ever need to be healed, whoever does it
grab
just
it off
grabs the diamond on
your
necklace and goes bang and heals you.
I thought yours got used to heal you at some point. Remember you saying, "Oh,
yeah," but it did, and then we found some more, and they gave me one back. Oh. So I do have one diamond on me already.
Okay.
If you guys want to keep each one on you that way, and we all know, hey, Gongo's got it in his pocket, just in case the party's separated or something.
Yep. Okay.
Put it on the sole of my shoes.
Okay, so
did we divvy up all the scrolls that we've got in the party treasure? Because we got a scroll of disintegrate, scroll of summon greater demons, circle of death,
I think
whirlwind, power word stun.
Elade's probably got those for now. I think she was adventuring when those were found. I think a lot of them are wizard spells. From not all of them, but Yeah, I'm happy if
Just
you want.
making sure.
Yep.
Okay, so I'll just speak the words now. I guess we're going through the portal to Pandemonium.
Okay. All right. So you gather yourselves, prepare your spells, steel yourselves. Okay. And say the magic words, Felwyn. The runes start glowing.
Open sesame!
Open sesame. And a sort of glowing field of greenish, purplish swirls appears in the archway. Norda and Alita with you, presumably, and you step through. One by one, you hurtle through the multiverse from the prime material into the ethereal, into the astral, span across, and then find yourself hurtling down to the lower planes, through hell, into Acheron, and then finally past Tartarus, and then into the howling lands of Pandemonium. You arrive, and I'll just change the map for us. And scooch over, where are we? Okay. I think this should come up okay now. How's this looking?
Oh, yeah. Pandemonic.
I'll just do a few adjustments here, dynamic lighting and so on. Okay. You find yourselves. At first, it looks like you're on a cliff ledge, about 15 feet from where the backs to the cliff face to the drop off, with the open sky. You can feel a raging wind rushing from west to east alongside the cliff face, and it's causing this horrible howl, like screams and moans all at once, and you can hear it above you as well. And you actually realise that you're not on a cliff face outdoors. You're actually in caverns, but they're just enormous. From somewhere there's light appearing. It's weird. It's almost as if there's a mist that it's got its own, incandescence. It's almost not quite twilight, so not dim light, but and you can see across the for hundreds of feet in all directions, north, east, and west. You arrive in this cliff top, hundreds of feet over a beach. But beyond the beach is also strange. It's a rocky, granite, black basalt, combination of basalt and granite, but beyond which boils a sea of kaleidoscopic clouds. And on the beach, there's this ancient stone redoubt that, let's see, sits half consumed by the sea. And just atop the cliff, there's a tower above it, and both fortifications are within sight. But the screaming winds carry fog that makes it a little bit distant, difficult to judge distances. All around you, on this cliff face, there's corpses. They're not on the map, but they're scattered around all over the place. Many legged horrors. They sort of look like spiders. You know, they're 8 legs, arachnid shapes. But the largest corpse is a massive spider with ichor oozing from holes in its carapace. And all along this ridge, you can hear sounds of battle. Here, there's it's sporadic. It's not like there's 2 forces like a Braveheart style deal, but there's just this chaotic clashes and skirmishes and gaps, lulls here and there, all along the ridge where you are. The forces seem to be organised around the tower that you can see across the way. Is seem to include driders, so top half elf, bottom half giant spider, and also monstrous spiders. And the banner, the pictures on the banners that they wield is of a white woman's head. The forces surging from the redoubt are enormous spiders with wolf heads, and their banners have the snarling, just a wolf's head, like with the mouth, wide open, as if it's howling. So,
Okay.
Yeah. Any other you can see in front of you? So the cliff face drops down, probably about 100 feet, and then it drops. And then there's another ledge. If you look over that, then there's another ledge, and then you can see these fiery pits, which look like every now and then one of them spouts jets of superheated water. Maybe not water. Maybe that pearlescent, oily slick of an ocean that's down at the beach. If you go further down.
Have we got all the parts for Noida's rod?
No, he's missing one.
Is there any pull here?
Yes, there is.
I guess that's probably the direction we're going to head.
Toward the fortress and tower. Actually, towards the fortress. He can probably judge and say it's actually going down to ground level. I'll see if I can show you.
And this,
map. Yeah.
There's some sort of large battle happening between here and there.
Yeah, and they're both forces are spider-like. One more like the Black Widow type spiders, and the other one like wolf spiders, hairy, chunky legs.
Okay. Wow. And from our vantage point, can we see any way to get to the tower that would help avoid that?
You think there might be a way to... You might get caught up in skirmishes here and there, but you could try to avoid where you can see big clashes of fiends fighting fiends.
Guess that's what we should do.
Lyndon's gonna get everybody to snuggle up, and he'll cast Pass Without a Trace, and then he'll start looking for the safest path out of here towards the tower.
Okay.
And how far do we think it is? How long do we think it will take to get there? Just if we're all...
a matter of hours, not days.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I can show you. Let's have a look. A map in just a second. Well, not a map, but a view. Okay, so there's the Carapace Ridge you can see. I don't know if you can see this or not. Is that showing up?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So there's some sort of slick, oily, multicolored ocean beneath you, a black beach. There's some sort of fortress or citadel half consumed by the liquid of the oil slick sea, and there's a large, and that's dominated by these wolf spider forces, and there's a tower that is sort of held up by giant webs, which is slightly leaning over, and you guys are sort of pretty much where the sea is, if you can see that, on the Carapace Ridge. So while it's an enormous cliff face, the ridge is, and there's battles and things going along this ridge, looking down into what looks like, it's like a valley, but it's more like part of the cliff has collapsed away, so there's a way to get from the cliff face top down to the beach at this area. So it's more of a strategic choke point. Otherwise, you just have to go straight up the sides in the howling winds.
Follow the rod and start making our way towards the tower as carefully as we can, I guess.
Making your way toward what, sorry?
Which way the rod's taking us?
Yep, towards the ruinous citadel.
And we're sorry, where are we now? We're at the cliffside redoubt, are we?
You are at. Hang on, let me just check. I must make sure. Cliff top. No, you're at Carapace Ridge.
Oh, we're at Carapace Ridge. Okay.
Can you see the red part there?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. So you're at Carapace Ridge, but you're looking down over that, and you can sort of drop down a bit into the sort of valley where all those giant spider corpses and things are, and then it would just be an easy walk if you wanted to get down to the beach from there.
Yeah.
Or you could carry along, or you could carry along, but then you've got to make your way along the beach, and there's plenty of wolf spider sort of forces down there. Otherwise, there's along to that large tower that's directly like
the Hurricane Tower
looming over the citadel. It looks like it's almost might have fallen in long ago if not for the giant spider webs holding it.
There's no real reason to go there, is there? I would have thought.
No, try to stay high as long as we can, keep out of sight, and then make our way down.
Well, if we're at Carapace Ridge, we either go down the cliff here and go to the citadel, or if there's any other reason to go along the cliffs, there's the Hurricane
Tower. Now on the
Tower.
way down, I guess you're right. Go down now and try to sneak towards the citadel. Find out where this rod is.
All right, so you're gonna just go, rather than go down where the valley bit is. So you've got probably 100-foot drop from where you are right now on your map.
Oh yeah. Sorry, go down to the place where we can get down easily. Yeah.
Okay.
Which is Carapace Ridge, isn't it?
Yep.
Just down
Yep.
into that. Yeah.
So you go along your 15-foot walkway and make your way along. Okay.
Passing quietly.
Yep. Yep.
Without a trace.
Painful. Okay, so I've already gone there. All right, so you make your way along. I don't know if you can see on the map here. Make your way along this ledge. And eventually it opens out and drops down and opens out into a now that you're not going down further, I think I can move us to a slightly different map. And blocking the there we go. You open out into this sort of corpse yard of dead spider creatures. I don't know if you're seeing this.
Yeah.
And you can see a group of these sort of spider creatures that are you can see they're sort of hacking and biting away at this enormous spider.
Okay. How many are there?
3 that you can see. I'll put them on the map for you.
And do they look like they're working methodically, or?
They're working. I don't know about methodically, with fervor.
Okay.
With glee.
And what are they eating it, or are they just chopping it up?
It's hard to say from the distance you're at. You see one sort of pick up a bit of ichor and then toss it further away.
What do you reckon, guys?
I'd rather not know the specifics of what the hell is going on around here. Maybe give them a wide berth.
Well, we could hide and watch for a little bit and see what happens.
Is it
you like?
Do you want to roll a stealth for me? I think you've got. Did I see or hear you're doing Pass Without Trace? Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll get everyone, or the 3 of you.
Nervous response as soon as he goes for a gate.
Yeah.
34.
Okay. 34 for Gungo, 25 for Lyndon.
35 and pass
16.
without a trace.
Nice.
18 for Felwyn.
Oh. Is that because you had disadvantage because of the heavy armor?
Yep. I am not stealthy.
Yep. Okay. So here they are. And you start to move. You've got to somehow move past this thing, but you can see that they're hacking away. And you haven't been noticed. You're only about 50 feet away, hiding amongst all the corpses. You're on your elbows. Lyndon is masking you somehow, magically. And from this distance, looks like they're hollowing it out. And they're speaking in Abyssal.
Okay. I don't understand that. Wonder why they're hollowing it out.
Trojan spider?
What's that?
Trojan spider?
Yeah.
Trojan spider could be.
Actually, they're speaking primordial.
Nope.
Okay.
Yes.
You've heard it before, some of you, so you might recognise it as primordial, but obviously don't know what they're saying.
I think a lead can speak it, but
Yeah.
she's keeping to herself at the moment.
Yep.
I think we've pissed her off. She's not talking to us at the moment. Are we going to try to sneak past then, you think, or?
Look, you get the sense that they're making it into a dwelling of some sort.
Okay.
A fortification. Which way are you going to go?
Maybe around to the. Are we heading like from west to east here,
west
or?
to west, yeah.
Yeah, we'll head around to the north of it.
Yeah, okay.
And try and hide amongst the bodies, or sneak amongst the bodies.
Okay.
This is crazy.
Okay. You're sneaking hither and yon. And at some point you get past and you can hear all these other what are called kaku spider fiends, and they and out of the side of the guts of this thing comes this enormous spider, and it's got a wolf's head. It's got mandibles on the side. I don't know if you can see this on the map here. Is that showing up?
Yeah.
Blow it up to give you a sight. Okay. And it's got 8 legs and a bulbous body. And it looks around and sort of sniffs, and then looks in your direction. It might not actually see you, but you can tell it knows. You know, it tells it's on. You can tell it's onto you. And much like any other wolf, it then sort of crouches down, lifts up its head and howls. And then you hear all these other howls from the other side. And it looks like it starts to move in your direction. I might get everyone to just... I think we've emptied the initiative order, so you could. I'll get you to add yourselves back in.
Initiative.
Okay, I've got a 23.
When I said I didn't want to go to Pandemonium.
Okay, is that everyone done? I can see Gungo and Felwyn. Lyndon.
Should be there. Or is it not? It's
Nope.
Click your token and then...
deselected me
17.
again. What is going on?
Okay. I'll add a turn. Okay, Lyndon, 21. Okay, all right, you've all done well. Descending, which means Gungo, Felwyn, Lyndon, and then the forces of the wolf. Gungo, what do you want to do? It looks like this spider fiend is crouched, and it's not in a full sprint, but it's walking directly towards you.
Okay. And they got 8 legs and big and fast and stuff like that, right?
It's large, yep.
I don't think we can outrun these things, guys.
I don't think we can.
All right. Well,
Rah!
Gungo will just spring out of hiding.
Oh, okay.
Run over to here.
Yep.
Rage. DC 17. Dex save. Or take 5 lightning damage or half.
Okay. Dex save, I'll take 5 damage or half. Alright. Coming up. This is for the big guy. He fails.
Okay, so he takes 5 lightning damage.
5 lightning.
And then Gungo will move in the rest of the rest of the distance there. That's 20 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 25 feet. He'll attack with temerity.
Okay.
$27.
Okay, 27 hits.
That'll be 28 damage.
Oh. Okay, 28 damage.
Hit him again. 34. So that'll be 14 damage. Now
14 damage. Yep.
And then Gungo, he won't provoke an attack of opportunity because he's fancy footwork.
Nice.
He'll move to here.
Okay, move back into the corpse piles, the corpse field.
Yep.
Okay, that's you.
That'll be him done.
Yep. Okay. Now, when you did your lightning flash, while it only does sort of chip damage, the benefit there is at least you find out that the creature is resistant at least to lightning. Just for anyone else thinking of lightning bolts and things like that. It does take a little bit of damage. It does twitch and flinch or whatever, but not. It doesn't take the full amount. Felwyn, you're up next. What do you want to do?
Okay. Felwyn is going to just try. I'm going to pop over this way and I'm going to lightning bolt these two
Okay. The two
down that way.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you send the lightning bolt down. They get saves. What do they need?
Let me check. Oh, not disadvantage, normal roll. It is a DC 19 dex save.
Dex save. Okay. Whoops. Okay. One of them passes with a 24. And the other one passes with a 21. So, I don't know, can you see
I
the
think they
health
still
bar
take.
on them?
Yeah.
Okay, no, great. Want to make sure you can see it. So it would do, what did you do? 33 damage. Half.
Yeah, 33, so they take half.
15, 16, and they saved. With being resistant to lightning, means 8 for both of those guys.
Damn, these guys are resistant to everything. Everything you fight these days is resistant.
And anything else, Felwyn?
No, not for now.
Okay. Lyndon. I've put up light barriers, so you can probably only see some of the creatures. Or can you see them
Yeah. Lyndon, being the perceptive guy that he is, and knowing where Felwyn's gone, he wants to get rid of these guys quick. So he pulls out his bow and arrow and points it directly at the ground and shoots an arrow straight into the ground, and it explodes out of the belly of this creature into a 40-foot cylinder. So literally everybody needs to make a DC 18 dex saving throw.
Okay. What's the spell or what's the ability?
Conjure volley.
Okay. Cylinder 40 foot, and is it 40 foot radius or diameter?
Yeah, 40-foot radius cylinder within 150 feet.
Yep, okay. 40 foot cylinder. Oh yeah, 40 foot radius, 20 foot high. I was trying to figure out what's the actual. Yep, okay. Right, so they all need to do
DC 18 dex.
Okay, alright, cool. Or take force damage. Okay, 18 dex.
33 force damage.
Yeah. Alright, the three little guys. Fail. Pass and fail. So that's going to be 33, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so... Nice. Whoop, we've got a problem. made them be the same as when you change them to represent a certain token, a certain character. They inherit the damage of everyone. It's painful. I think it was Todd. You told me about that.
What did I tell you, sorry?
You let me know of the Roll20 thingo that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, if you clink it to the... Yeah.
I set their hit points to hit points, and it treats them as if they're all
Yeah,
all an identical character. It's pain.
You just have numbers on the token.
Yeah.
Not linked to hit points.
Yeah. Okay, so that's all done. Volley's gone off. Oh, I haven't done the big guy. Ooh, and he got 25.
He takes half.
Yep. So he still takes some. All right, health bar.
Yep.
It's all done. Anything else?
And then
Linton?
tactical retreat.
Okay. All right. The Kaku, where are they? It's the first time you've met these creatures. This one here. One comes sprinting up, 10, 20, 30. Spins its spinneret, pointing towards you, Felwyn. And shoots.
No.
What's your armor class?
21.
21. That misses. Another one comes over next to its large boss and shoots at you, Gungo. Okay, and it shoots at you. What's your armor class, Gungo?
20.
Oh, okay, that's going to miss as well. And another one scuttles over the top. Whereabouts are you, Lyndon? Oh, you're well out of there. Okay. It's going to go for you, Gungo. Trying to shoot you again. They're shooting webs at you like a blat. And it misses as well. So that's all of the little ones done, and the big guy comes in. It's super quick and comes scuttling up to you, and it sizes you up and seems to be studying you like a predator would its prey, looking for sources of weakness.
I'm here.
Yeah, it tries to bite you. Hits. Are you raging yet?
I am.
You are raging, okay. So
Yes.
it's gonna do, and that makes you resistant to piercing. So the piercing does 16 damage, so that's halved because you're raging down to 8.
Yes.
It also does 16 poison damage.
Okay. So I'm going to uncanny dodge that. So that'd be 24 down to 12.
Okay. And because of the being hit with the poison, you need to also do a Constitution saving throw.
16.
Okay, 16. So you're going to be poisoned, which means you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. Feeling groggy.
Yep.
Not sure how long that's going to last. But you've been poisoned.
Okay.
Should have put that ring on. Should have put a ring on.
What armor class are you now?
Can go.
Yeah.
20.
Okay, so we hit you a second time. This time doing 22, so half that is 11.
Yep.
And do another, and some poison damage. 17 poison damage.
28. Okay.
And you don't need to save. You've already got the poison condition, so that's it. That's it done, and it's your turn, Gungo. Poison condition. Can you repeat?
Okay.
Disadvantage.
Gungo's going to... Yeah, so Gungo's going to recklessly attack it, so that'll just flatten the roll out.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, he won't be able to get sneak attack on it. Okay. No, bugger it. Okay, now, instead of that, what he'll do, he's got an elixir of health,
Okay.
which he'll drink as a bonus action,
Mm-hmm.
which gets rid of the poison condition,
Okay.
it says.
Yep.
So that's that gone. And then he will just attack it with temerity.
Okay. Recklessly?
Not recklessly or anything.
Not recklessly.
Not recklessly. 34.
That hits.
So that's 34 damage as well.
Oh, all right. Bam.
Hit it again. 22, so that'll be 12 damage.
Okay.
And but he won't be able to attack me, so 3, 4. Move back over to here.
Okay. Move away. Back to the north. In a
Yep.
London-like fashion. Okay. That's you done. Felwyn.
Yep.
Ooh, doo, doo. Okay. New spells and stuff. It's just like, what do I do?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 1, 2. Like, whittle around and get to this guy in front of me there. And then I'm gonna punch him.
Okay.
Try out my new gauntlets. Punch.
Oh, yeah.
19.
19 on the Kaku. So I'm a bit slow on the mark here. Just flipping between my notes. Yes, no problem. You're a bit squishier.
Hit him. So that's 13 damage.
13.
Yep, and I'm gonna hit him again. Oh my god. 5 and a 2. 16?
16 hits too.
Oh, yay. Thank God for great plus. That's 14.
Okay.
And then they have disadvantage. And I might do, as a bonus action, I'm gonna do a smite. Let's try my new smite.
Okay. Normally what you do is you do the bonus action, cast the Divine Smite, and then the next time you hit with a melee attack, it goes off.
Oh, okay, that's opposite of Paladin. That's usually what yeah.
Is it opposite?
Oh, well then I won't do it this time. I'll just leave it at that.
Thunderous Smite. Thunderous and Staggering are the two. Bonus action, you strike rings with an attack. Oh, okay. No, that's different. Oh yeah, which you take immediately after hitting a target with a melee weapon or an unarmed strike. Sorry, you can do that. You can do it now.
Oh, I can? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll do Thunderous Smite against that guy.
Yep, no problem.
Let's do it at... Oh, it doesn't say I can level it up.
You can. So in the notes I don't know if we do it with stats, but normally it does 2d6 cast at first level. If it's thunderous, you just
Okay, so I'll do it at second. So I'll do 3d6.
Okay.
So let me just roll that manually because.
Yeah.
Which makes 7 extra damage, and then he's pushed back and prone.
Nice. Alright, turn him on his side. Cool. So you walk up, smash him once, smash him a second time, blast him back, and these psychic gauntlets. Looking good. Okay, is that you done, Felwyn?
It's me done. Yep.
Lyndon, far to the north, in the distance. Archer.
Yep. Lyndon doesn't like the look of this big ugly guy, so you can cast Hunter's Mark on him as his bonus action. And then he's just going to take a couple of shots. Because he's Hunter's marked, I now have advantage. So that's 33 to hit.
Nice.
And then this is a combination of radiant and force damage. Do I need to split any of it out?
No, it'll do full.
So 15 damage.
Okay.
And then second shot. 28 to hit.
That hits.
Yep, that should have gone that far. 20 damage.
Okay. It's looking badly injured now.
And then he's going to continue his tactical retreat into the corner. So, right.
Okay.
Yep. And that's everything he's got.
Alright. Okay, the Kaku Spider Fiends. Okay, one of them is going to climb on top of the corpse. Get back to its feet because it's prone. Climb up on top of the corpse and shoot its web at you, Felwyn.
Mm-hmm.
It misses. The other two just rush in and they point their spinnerets under you and still try to shoot you with webs or squirt them at you, but from sort of point blank range. One hits. Covers you in sticky webs.
Sticky webs!
It's wrapped around you, so you're effectively grappled. You're also restrained, so you can't move. You've got disadvantage to attack anyone other than the person that's grabbing you, which is the one immediately to the south of you. Attacks have advantage against you. So it squirted you, gets you all wrapped up in webs, and then just tries to bite. And now it's got advantage because of the condition. And that hits. Doing... does poison versus piercing matter? Any difference? Or just...
No.
Okay. In that case it does 23 damage in total. And the other one that's next to you also squirts at you. Squirting you and covering you in twice as much of this icky goo. Just means both of them have got you grappled, so you need to escape from both of them to be able to do it, and it tries to bite you as well. But this time misses, so you just dodge your head out of the way and it misses. The Quavalithgu comes in. And rushes you as well, Felwyn. And sizes you up, looks at you, squirted and covering. Oh my god, bites within that 20. Doing 17. 25 piercing damage. And 44 poison. Did you catch that?
So 44 poison in total, or
Yeah,
what's
in
the
total.
what's the total?
44 poison. And I forget what
Mm-hmm.
you just said. 29, 25. 25 piercing. That was from that crit.
Okay.
Okay, and then tries to bite you again. This time hits again, but this time not critical. In total, 39 damage.
Yep. Phil's gonna be down very soon.
Grim.
It is looking grim.
Okay, well they're playing a bit of gang up with everyone all backing away there. You see the boys up the north hiding amongst the corpses. Gungo, your turn.
Okay, Gungo's going to rip a bead off his necklace, size up, and throw it so it lands. Let's see, about here.
Are we doing
No,
fireball?
not quite there. This one here. Fireball, yeah.
Oh,
So I think I should be able to get the one up on top, the one to the south of Felwyn, and the big guy.
right.
Okay, get that there. Yep. So just over one square there, yeah, like that.
All right. Okay. Yep. No worries. Let's see. Yep. Okay. So you throw your fireball. The only thing is this guy.
So they're gonna.
Yeah, it's clipping him. Yeah, it's fine. Roll your damage.
So it's a DC 15 deck save. Oh, can I get it off of my?
Okay.
I can. I
and
can just
roll
cast
your
it. Here.
damage.
There we go. 30.
30. Okay. So the big guy takes 15. And the two little fellas, once the smoke clears. Dex saving throw. First one passes, and the second one passes. But still, it's 15. You've just had 45 damage spread across them. And the guy up the top particularly, he's the one that failed versus Felwyn's lightning bolt as well, I think it was. Oh no, against the barrage, or both, maybe both, but he's looking really bad.
Okay.
That's you, Gungo. That's the fireball.
Just for the bonus action,
Mhm.
I'm just checking. Okay, in addition, you can make one of these bonus. Okay, yep. So and then Gungo will run into this big guy and hit him with a bonus action with temerity.
Okay.
With a 22.
Nice hits.
So that does 33 damage.
All right. So with your the
and
lightning
the-
bolts, the fireballs, all this sort of stuff, you're starting to. You can tell now that it's sort of any of these magical effects. They're a little bit resistant. What that means is it's probably it's not half damage. It's just normal magic resistance for some creatures that are. So especially fiends, where they get advantage to their saves. I think similar. Felwyn's got something similar. I think.
And then he'll just move back to here.
Okay.
And that'll be him done.
All right. Okay. In that case, on to you, Felwyn.
Felwyn is going to cast a spell on herself. Actually, I'll just use my boot to the winding path to teleport 15 feet to a spot that I've been to before.
Okay.
Whoop,
Blink.
out of the webs.
Nice.
Blip.
Okay.
And then I will cure wounds myself to get some hit points back.
Okay.
We're going going to do the biggest cure wounds we can right now.
Mm.
Da-da-da. 56.
56. Oh my god.
That's the only. That's it. That takes up that one spell slot I had at 5th level, but that's done now. But yeah.
Oh yeah, I jumped in and bet my 5th level straight away.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ham.
All right. So you bamf out there, teleport. You can teleport now, and heal yourself. Lyndon, where are you up the top there?
Lyndon is very happy that they decided to group up for a change. So he's going to take his first shot at the big ugly guy.
Okay.
And that's a 27 to hit.
That hits.
So then, go away. He's going to take. He's going to start off taking 15 damage, but as that arrow hits him, it shears off and does an extra 8 damage to him as well.
Okay.
But part of it shears off, and I get a bonus attack for free to someone who's within 5 feet. So the guy to the south is a natural 20.
Oh, nice.
And he takes...
Yeah, baby.
13 plus an extra 2d6.
17. The radiant's already in there.
So 17 plus 5. For the extra 2d, yeah, the radiant's already in there. So it's 22 damage
Right.
in total to the guy to the south.
Got it. He's on his last legs too.
And then he's going to take his second shot at the big guy. That's a 25 to hit.
That hits.
And he's going to take 17 damage.
Okay.
And that's all I've got. I can only do that sudden strike once per turn. So that's it. I would love to finish them off, but I can't.
Is this a new one?
No, I've had this for ages, except nobody's ever clustered up. I can either cast Fear, or I can do an additional attack for free to someone within 5 feet, but they've never decided to be grouped together.
Okay, the Quavalisku. Right. You haven't seen it shoot its web yet. It flips its spinnerets up, points them in your direction, Gunko, and both you and Felwyn get this spray of a cone of web which settles over you both. You both need to do Constitution saving throws.
Nat 20.
Nat 20 for Gunko. Okay, we'll call that a
14 for Felwyn.
Okay, so it lands on you. You're expecting to get, stuck again, whatever. But as it sticks, you feel a burning sensation, and then you realise all these webs are completely dissolving. And what it's spraying you with is acidic webs. And over the course of just those couple of seconds, between the two of you take 59 damage. So Gungo, you'll take 28. 29.
29.
Felwyn, 59.
Ouch!
Yes.
Wrong way.
Dirty dog.
And then the other two, and it sort of mutters and howls and things. Let me just check. Yes, it's probably smarter than you. Maybe not Felwyn. Felwyn will be smarter, I'm sure. But it barks some sort of primordial orders, and one goes between you two, Gungo and Felwyn, and it squirts at you, Felwyn. Shooting. You're not currently thingoed, are you? Grappled?
No.
No. Alright, so it's going to try and shoot its web stare. It's going to miss. Which still gets... It can still try and bite, but it's just looking for to land something, and that misses, as expected. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the other one is going to scuttle over, also shoot its web, just hoping for a lucky bite, lucky snare, but no, it misses. And this one that's on its last stays next to Wolf Daddy and shoots at you, Gungo. Also misses. Looks like things are turning. All three of them have missed with everything. Apart from, of course, the Quavalisco. Gungo, what do you want to do?
Okay, Gungo will hit the big beast with temerity.
Okay.
32. So I won't be able to get sneak attack on that. So that'll be 17 damage.
17 damage onto the big guy.
Yep.
Okay, done.
He won't be an attack of opportunity, so I'll... how do I do this? Yeah, that's cool. I'll hit him again.
Okay.
Temerity. 27.
27.
So that'll do 15 damage.
15. Okay, take him out. Kill him.
Okay, and then he'll step to here. Sorry to do this, Felwyn. He'll bonus action hit the one just underneath Felwyn.
Mm-hmm. That hits.
27. And he'll do sneak attack in this one because Felwyn's there. So 27, 29 damage to it.
Nice, you kill it.
All right.
Your turn over. Done.
He'll then just skip back up. No, he won't be able to do that. Yeah, stay there.
Okay. All right. So you've taken out 2, still 2 alive. Felwyn, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
I'll hit the one next to me.
Okay.
Actually, I'll lightning bolt them. All 3. Oh no, the other one's down already. He's got an extra. So I'll try lightning bolting those 2.
Okay.
No. Which level will I do it at? $31 if they get their deck save.
30 was it? So it's 31 or 15. Is that what we're?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Bear with me for a second. Just jumped into another map briefly. Okay, so I've got that's going to get you. Okay, so getting both of them. The first one, Dex fails. The second one, fails. 31. All right, it's going to kill the first one, and the second one not quite, but badly injured. Okay, anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. All right.
Bonus action, I'll go hide behind Gungo. Boop.
All
With
right.
my boots of the winding path.
And it can't
Just-
attack you because you.
No,
Can it?
I just bamf out.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay. From hiding from somewhere amongst the corpses, you see a bit of movement. An elf stands up in an elven cloak, mutters some sort of spell, and this gout of acid comes burning, and jetting all over this other creature. It needs to do a save. Oh, which it fails, and then it dies as well from the acid. And it's there's nothing else alive on the battlefield. No more of these spider fiends show up. And as you turn to this figure that just revealed themselves, the hood comes back, and it's a dark elf.
Who are you?
She says, "I am Vave, and you look like solid allies in this hellish nightmare of a plane."
Yeah, what are you doing here?
Well, I'm here with the forces of the Spider Queen, but she sided with someone who I don't see a future, and I'm looking to somehow, I don't know, get out, escape.
Okay.
Do I trust this woman?
Well, yeah, we've had some interesting interactions with Drow before.
I don't know why you're here, but I assume you're planning to cross the battlefield for some reason.
And if we are?
Well, I might be able to help you. You might be able to help me.
And what is it that you need help with? You want to just get out of this plane?
Well, I want to get out of this plane, but my twin is down in that down in that citadel.
And you think you can get us down there unseen?
I might be able to help, or even with information. I'm not the sort to take fights head on. I've been surviving by keeping my head down.
Well, what can you tell us then?
Well, what do you want to know about?
Best way into the Citadel?
What are you trying to do? Oh.
Best way out of the Citadel?
Are you sure you want to get into the Citadel? That's where Miska dwells.
Who's Miska?
Miska, the wolf spider, general of the Queen.
Okay.
It's not a matter of want, it's a matter of need.
Something in there we need, just like you, hey?
The forces down there are the forces of chaos, and they're trying to rally to free Miska.
Forces of chaos trying to rally, isn't that funny? Oh well. We're going to do what we're going to do.
But
if you can help us get in there, well, we can help you.
For some reason, the forces of Lolth have thrown in their lot with the Lord of Whispers and are fighting them off.
Okay.
She said,
how much do I believe / trust this person?
So Miska is down in that citadel by that weird ocean. And Miska was recently freed from imprisonment, but he hasn't left the citadel yet. I don't know why. And Miska's got all these flying demons that drip deadly blood as well. It's best to keep out of the skies if you can. As soon as you get up higher, anybody flying, our forces found that out the hard way, will get targeted by flying demons and swamped.
Okay. Keep the carpet away for now.
One of our generals called Kamlash, one of Lolth's generals, is directing troops from the Tottered Tower, leaning over the citadel. And the tower, I think, might be able to be used as a weapon itself.
Okay.
Cut those webs, it'll fall on the citadel. I don't know. But it means getting past.
I like that idea.
Yeah, but so how's that going to help us? Like damaging the citadel might make it easier to get in there and stuff, you think?
Yes, well, if it kills 2/3 of what's inside, then...
Okay. What about your friend, though? Is there any danger they might get injured?
Oh, yes. Yeah, possibly. I think if my sister is rescued and brought back, we could then maybe topple that tower.
Okay. So you think go in there first and then topple the tower?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah.
On
for that.
Something else to look after is there was, although I haven't seen him in some time, a vampire warrior that appeared from time to time and seemed to fight on behalf of Lolth's forces. Fighting against Lolth's forces.
Right.
He had long black hair and a beard and fought with a
big sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he has a chamber, like a lair where he dwelled, as vampires do, further along in a chamber further along the cliff face.
Do you know where that is?
Well, the upper entrance of that is under siege by Kamlash's fortress.
They're trying to get in there to his tomb, are they? His old.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be occupied. So.
And
sneaking.
That's about 2 miles distant down the along the. You can just see there's a cliffside redoubt about 2 miles along the cliff face.
So would the thing to do be to go down to the citadel, get Vave's sister and our piece of rod, then come back up the cliff, topple the tower down, and then go to the redoubt and check out what's going on there?
Sounds like a lovely plan.
Okay.
Kamlash.
What do you think, Vave?
Kamlash is also a general fighting for Vecna, so defeating him first might start to tip this battle that's been raging in favour of the wolf spiders.
And where's he?
In the Hurricane Tower.
Okay, so maybe we should head. Yeah.
You can tell from the way Vave is describing it, is the Vave doesn't have a, clear. This is clearly the plan or the best way forward. There's in war, there's many different options.
Well, it sounds like toppling the tower's a good idea, but it also endangers her sister. So we'll have to just hope for the best, I guess. Head to the tower then.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Got some webs.
Yeah, I'm only suspecting that my sister has gone into the citadel. We're not actually with Lolth. We came here looking for components for magic. And got separated and mixed up in this war.
We can probably raise her anyway if we find her.
Okay. Well, she says we can talk about it for another, a little bit longer or whatnot, and then decide. But I can help you navigate the way to the Hurricane Tower, or at least if we do encounter any more challenges, as we get closer to that tower, it'll be less wolf spiders and more driders and revenants and drow.
All right.
But Camlash is a horror.
Sounds charming. Let's go find Camlash.
Okay. He wields a sword made of lightning and a whip of fire. Has wings and the head of a spider with dripping teeth. All right. Well, Hurricane Tower. Let's go. And Vave will accompany you if you're willing.
Yes. Yep.
Sure.
All right.
Strength in numbers and all that.
Yeah. Now it's 10 minutes to midnight. If we call it there.
It's a good spot.
Yeah, that's a good.
That's
spot.
good.
And I captured a screenshot of this battlefield. So, here's where you all are. The people not here today.
Eileen's a drow too, right?
She's half.
So she might be able to.
dr-
She might.
Yeah.
Yeah. She might be able to offer some insights into some of this too when she gets.
Yeah.
Mm.
And of this battlefield, you can see some of the banners are of wolf. There's Camlash. Camlash is a Lolth demon. But there's wolf spider. This has been raging for a while, and quite fiercely. There's corpses everywhere. All right.
Yeah.
We'll kick it. We'll finish up here and rage on in a fortnight.
Thanks, Anthony.
Okay. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
See you in 2 weeks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, guys. See ya.